Zachary Attackery, my guy.
Yo, what's up, my guy?
I've been looking forward to today all week.
Wow. Why?
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week, man. It's like when we all get together.
Yeah, we goof, we gaff, we laugh. We have Anakin and Walker, the man, the myth, the legend here tonight. I think we're going to have a great show.
I know we're going to have a great show.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the doll collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
This is the true form of lore gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Mario.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Jonathan.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. We want to thank our friends over at Water Scrapyard and 16 Corner for sponsoring tonight's episode of Collecting Weekly.
Bunch of angels. We have a great show planned for you guys tonight. Not a ton of news, but we're going to make the best of it. Dean, let's kick it off with the world's favorite podcast segment.
Yeah, are you guys ready?
I'm ready, bro.
New this week. I didn't want to taint new this week with a big old F-bomb.
Hey man, you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Yeah, okay, you guys fucking ready?
Wow.
Nobody? Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, what'd you get new this week? I didn't get anything. Just a big old box of stuff I already owned from my condo, moving it over here, but nothing for me.
Mario, you got some cool stuff.
Yeah, man. I was able to, thanks to this beautiful angel, Chris Letty over there at the 6 Scale Scavengers, gave me a pretty decent deal on the Short Trooper, man. So, had to jump at this opportunity. I was, like I said before, I've been after this figure for a couple years already, and just considering how much it's been going for, it's been absolutely crazy, but now it's starting to trend down a little bit. Got it at a decent price, I believe, and I freaking love it, man. It's just a phenomenal figure, man. The details, the paint apps, the weathering, the articulation, the design overall, man, I love it. It's a home run. Grand slam, dare I say.
I think your pose is fantastic, if I do say so myself.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
That's high praise.
It really is. You also got another figure. I guess we're saving that discussion for another time. Maybe you haven't opened it yet, perhaps.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't opened it. I did get another figure. It again from Letty's Collectibles.
Wow.
And it arrived a lot earlier than I expected. I was expecting it to arrive today. It actually arrived yesterday. It was a complete surprise. And it's actually right here.
You'll love to see it.
So who knows? We'll see what happens.
I see a unboxing in the future.
Let's check in the chat. We got Danny Lee, Scott Bradley, Absolute Irwin. He says late for a few minutes. Was it Justin stream? But we all know this is where the party's at. Sup crew, Alvin J, Arrow Maestro, Hugh the Everyday Collector, Trendy Tech Talk. We got David H, Sean Usby, Brenton, DJ, Toy Mafia, KJ Smith, Alvin J, Stephanie, Sweet Angel, happy, I think it was anniversary recently. Happy anniversary. Equan, who else we got in the chat? Pablo Meza, Brenton, we got comics. I think Equan, I don't know if I said that already, but if I did, welcome. Danny, you had a new this week as well. What did you get?
Yeah, I got a Pop Toys Last Samurai Yu-Gi-Oh! 1/6 figure from Last Samurai. Haven't opened it yet. Maybe, if John permits, next Monday's unboxing.
Wow.
It has been permitted.
Wow.
Thank you.
Is this
John
from
holds
the?
so much
is
power.
this from the movie Last Samurai?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time, dude.
Yeah,
so I
it's
don't
been
remember this, but
ages.
it
Dude,
looks
it's one of
really
my
cool.
favorite movies.
What's
Yeah.
up, John?
John DeVries.
Watching live.
It's one
Dude,
of
that
the few
movie's
movies
dope.
where Tom Cruise actually doesn't feel like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, no, this was a good one. I haven't
get
seen
what
it
you
in a
mean.
while.
Because Tom Cruise
Possible-
always seems like Tom Cruise and not Jack Nicholson.
How dare you?
What's the face-off guy?
Nicholas Cage.
John Travolta?
Travolta?
No, not John
Travolta
Travolta.
or
the other guy.
Cage? Nicolas
Nick
Cage?
Cage. Yeah, Nick Cage is always Nick Cage in every movie.
Yeah.
It's high praise.
Wow.
Are
Anyway,
the,
a damn
um,
stressed out Danny coming this Monday.
Are the swords diecast, Danny? Have you opened it yet or not?
I haven't opened it yet.
Oh.
I was gonna open it this Monday, but we had a packed show on unboxing, so I was just gonna hold it off till next week.
Dude, you have the iron will of a fucking samurai, actually.
I have no display space, so it's easy to do it now.
Oh, that's true.
Do you have
That's
do you have other figures from Last Samurai to go with this?
I was
or-
supposed to get the Katsumoto, but the guy I got it from is a local dealer, and he left it out, or he didn't get enough, I guess, and never told me.
Cut his finger off, bro.
Wow.
So now I gotta try and track it down, but I think it's kind of expensive now.
Your dealer sells hot toys and figures? Well,
No, he's a
figure
toy dealer.
bro. Jesus.
Toy
not a
dealer,
drug
it's a
man.
dealer.
separate dealer. Oh, okay. Sorry.
What else is
It's
the
the
deal?
It's the only dealer.
Steroids?
Right?
Nah, man.
Whoa.
Just toys.
Dan doesn't do steroids. How dare
You
you?
hate to see
How dare you?
If he did, he'd be way stronger. I had a great new this week. Not that he's not strong already. I got the Asmus V1 Gandalf the Grey. I did a futzing stream with Dean the Dream last Friday. Great stream. Dean, thank you for joining me. And it's a figure that is a lot better than I thought it was. I'm practicing on rooting the hair. So this hair in this photo here is actually not the stock hair. And
Really?
when you get like a piece of fur for rooting, it comes on like a sheet, right? And it's
Piece
like
of fur?
Yeah, it's from a lamb.
Can we see that? Hold on.
Yeah, solo cam this. So this is already used. I already went through all this. And you get enough to probably do about 3 or 4 head sculpts. And, I'm learning and I have no experience. No one teach me how to do this. So I'm just kind of like futzing my way through it. So I used all the hair and got to the point where it was good enough, but you use like a permanent adhesive. And so I ordered more fur and I took all the hair off and I'm ready to try it again. And I've learned a lot in every time that I've done it. And so I'm feeling really good going into this weekend that I might have a finished product for you guys. And I'm hoping that I might be able to film it for the joy of hobbying. It's tedious and I know I'm nowhere near being an expert at it. So I don't know if I'm going to film it. But it's Gandalf and you can kind of hide a lot of the crimes with the hat. So I may potentially film it. I also did get.
How do you, what's the short answer for how you root something?
So that's a great question. This figure is actually pretty easy compared to like a standard Hot Toys with sculpted hair, because this one had rooted hair already, right? And so all I had to do is take scissors and cut all the rooted hair off, and then I had a bald scalp good to go. With a Hot Toys figure, you'll have to take a razor and scrape all the hair off, right?
Yeah.
And so you get to like what you would probably consider the scalp. And then, I mean, it's just a process of getting adhesive and literally gluing like tufts of hair. And you kind of start at the bottom and then you start from the top. And yeah, and you kind of work your way towards the middle. The one thing that I learned today, I couldn't figure out how people were getting these really nice parts in the hair. And there's some people that have some great tutorials, but they have Patreon. So they kind of do like a real fast tutorial. And you have to really like focus on what they're doing because it's like a 20-second time lapse. What I noticed is a lot of them, they'll cut a channel in the hair and root into the channel, so you have that natural part that forms. And I didn't know that, and so with this one I took a Dremel to that skull cap and kind of made a little channel there. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it perfectly, but
it looks pretty good.
Scott wants to know if you're going to be rooting the beard.
No, I actually don't mind the sculpted beard. It's not the greatest thing ever, but the thing is, like, if you mess up on the hair, you just peel it off, take some acetone, and sand it down, and you have essentially a fresh canvas, right? If you mess up on the beard, the first step to rooting the beard is to cut the beard off. So there's no going back once you do that. So I'm comfortable enough with my skill level where I can still fuck up the hair and hide all those crimes with the hat, but I'm not comfortable enough to start cutting off a whole beard and like massively altering the sculpt. So no, I will not be rooting the beard. I know Pete from OFAC was jonesing me to try to get it done, and I was like, my God, I'm not.
What if you got like an old Magneto sculpt?
Okay, so it's funny that you say that. There's a few on eBay, but the thing is,
it seems like a natural course.
Morning, James.
Well, I'm saying it's funny because I've looked into this. This is a necklace sculpt, and all the Magneto sculpts have necks. But I think the beard can hide those crimes of like when you have to Dremel it down. Yeah. So I'm considering it. But the thing is, I have to get comfortable rooting the hair first. So it's a whole process. The other figure I got was from Good Smile Company. It's the Traveler from Journey. It's a old PS3 game now ported to PC that I've been playing, and it's a ton of fun. So yeah, that's what I got, and hopefully I'll have some more photos of this Gandalf work in progress. I think the Futzen came out great, and hopefully people were able to learn some things from that.
I like the scarf. It's a nice add-on.
Dude, I'm shocked that I got the scarf futzed right. When Dean and I were looking at it, I was like, the scarf, I don't know if I'm able to use it, but on the first try I got it. And
yeah, it's hilarious. On the stream, I'm like telling him how to do it, and he does it. I'm like, that's it. Don't touch it.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Now, we don't have a lot to talk about tonight, so we'll probably spend a little bit longer on each figure. Starting with Anakin Skywalker from the Clone Wars. This one comes in at $255, releasing January to March 2022. This is something that I'm super excited to see actually go into the pre-order status. We always say, like, just because you see a figure solicited during a convention absolutely does not mean you're ever going to have the ability to purchase it. Right. When Sideshow showed this during Star Wars Week, in my opinion, and I don't want to speak for y'all, but I think in some of your opinions, this set was like stole the show.
Yeah.
Price point $255, a bit high, just a little bit. You only get the saber, 6 hands, and an Ahsoka hologram. I would have liked to have seen them throw in some shoulder armor for the more iconic look, maybe a second head, especially for that price point. I think the big success or failure of this line is going to be the quality of paint that they can do on this head sculpt, and then how good the body is. And I think if they can nail both of those things, I think this line has a lot of potential for a ton of cool figures. What do you think about it, Dean?
Yeah, it's fantastic, dude. I can't wait to get it. Which is kind of weird because, like, I already have my ideal Anakin and Obi Wan, but Clone Wars is so good that, like, I want more. But now I want animated clones, which, if this line does well, they could very easily move into that space. So I'm kind of banking on it doing well. Now, is it just Anakin up, or did they put Obi Wan as well?
Obi-Wan's up as well. Yeah, we'll talk about it here in a second.
Oh, okay, cool. I wasn't sure. I keep seeing Anakin, so I wasn't sure about Obi-Wan, but yeah, this looks great. I cannot freaking wait. I think they nailed it. I think if you want maybe like you said, like a different head sculpt, or maybe you're not satisfied with this one. I know Watto's does offer their own Clone Wars Anakin and Obi-Wan that are fantastic also. So you could very easily swap these out. Yeah, I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, no, same here, Dean. I completely agree with you. This was a surprise for sure. Nobody saw this coming from Sideshow, and it was a nice surprise nonetheless. I told myself that I don't see myself getting into this line, but when I saw the pre-orders go up, I said, "Shit, I couldn't contain myself." I went ahead and hit up Steven and ordered the pair. Oh, so I've got both Anakin and Obi-Wan on pre-order, and no, they look great. Like you guys mentioned earlier, I'm not a fan of the price. To me, this should have been like $199, out the door. I don't think this warrants a $250 price tag, considering the lack of accessories you get. Although what you get, I mean, it's basic. You're just getting a bunch of hands. You're getting the cloak. The hologram is nice, but not for the extra $50 or 55, whatever they're taxing on top of it. But yeah, again, the potential for this line is insane. Yeah, Dean, you mentioned that they could do animated clones. Again, I don't know if I want to do that, but just because I'd hate to have, unless they were phase 1, I'd consider it, because a lot of the ones that I'm seeing that are coming from Hot Toys right now, they're only focusing on phase 3 of the Clone Wars. So
phase 2,
or phase 2. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but yeah, no, they look phenomenal. I also too with the bodies, yeah, they're just known just to have horrible bodies, and I really hope they improve these ones. I mean, considering how slim these look, I really hope it's a better body. So, I mean, we'll find out in a year and a half when these come out.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited for the potential of the line, and Ahsoka's got to be coming too, right? I mean, you can't release. I don't think you can release Anakin, Obi Wan, and not have Ahsoka.
That's why I was saying I want this line to do well, so they could keep it going.
I'm hoping that the holograms they show with each of these are the teases for the next figures in the line.
That'd be sick.
That'd be great
cool to see
marketing.
Cody and Ahsoka.
Great marketing.
It really would be.
Because Obi comes with what Dean wants, and then he comes with Ahsoka. So I'm hoping that they're teasing that, and it looks like he's coming with. Is it Snips maybe, or is it you think it's the little bit older version of Snips?
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, it looks like the really young Ahsoka, which doesn't make sense for this Anakin.
Yeah.
Right, with it missing the armor.
Yeah. I'm like you guys. I'm really excited for this line. I love Clone Wars, and I'm all in for this line. I haven't pre-ordered them yet, but I'm gonna. So one of the things that I struggle with Hot Toys is that they do really well at making the figure look as close as they can to like an actor or a likeness, but to me, sometimes staring at them with their blank expressions, they still look like toys to me, and I don't like that. That's kind of why I like statues. And this, like, you completely get rid of that because they're animated, so it feels, I don't know, more real to me. So I really like that look for them. And you guys are right; they are a bit high priced. I wish. If anything, I wish they came with more hands. Like, I know it only comes with a lightsaber and a hologram, but we have plenty of 1/6 scale weapons from all our other Star Wars figures. Like, I definitely could use some Sideshow clone weapons with this guy. Like, have him using a blaster or something. Like, you know, that at least come with... Because usually that's their thing, is like, it doesn't have a lot of accessories, but it has a lot of hands. And they didn't even give us a lot of hands here, so that sucks. But, yeah, I'm in for them, and hopefully this is a thing that I asked in the chat when they showed them. I hope they go all into this, but the only thing I won't know what to do is, do I keep going with the Hot Toys clone line if this line is doing so well, you know? Because I'd rather have the animated look if I'm doing Clone Wars, not the, like, just the Hot Toys versions, which are the regular bodies with the movie-like sculpts, so... That's my only, like, confliction with this thing.
Yeah. Sean Usby says, these figures are overpriced, but they look really good. Joe P says, looks good, wish it was $200 or $220. Brenton asks, have Sideshow bodies improved? It really depends on which figure you get, and even which run of which figure you get in some cases. Let's see what else we got here. Eric says, amazing head sculpt, but overpriced. Joe P says $255 shipped at Alter Ego Comics. Yeah, there's some great third-party or distributors that do some great prices in some of these figures. James C says, I just lost this comment there. They must have done something about the bodies, considering how many complaints they've had. Evolution, baby. Love to see it. Dan, what do you think about these?
Dude, like everybody else, I love these new figures, or the look of them. Like, the animated looks are probably my ideal for Anakin, prequel Anakin, and Obi Wan.
Wow.
So, like, I just focused more on Clone Wars. I felt that was a better stories, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and the characters were more evolved, I guess. So, I just want to see also like more Jedis, the alien Jedis. Like if we can get Mace
Dude,
also.
Plo Koon, man.
Plo Koon, Kit Fisto.
Sign me up, dude. Plo Koon is the man.
Sais Tin, all those guys. So yeah, I also agree with the 200 to 210. I guess would be the most I would want to spend ideally. And the armor, I guess. See, I'm conflicted. It's like I have the Hot Toys Clone Wars version on order because I like the armor, but then these don't have armor, so maybe they'll make a later version with armor, hopefully.
Or perhaps they're interchangeable between the two.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. You could swap them out.
I don't think they fit.
But yeah, Ivory Kraken says, how are they going to charge that much for a cartoon head sculpt? Which is not wrong. They're not paying a royalty for the likeness of the actor, so it's like.
Can you imagine if they charge a royalty for a CGI model?
Right.
Shit, make it
It does seem
I wouldn't put
odd.
it past Disney to do stupid shit like that.
255 is extremely high because that means you're paying 500 something for the set. It's like, I mean,
but they even charge high for like their X-Men comic figures.
Yeah, Sideshow's like real fucking proud of their shit. It's like, guys, come on.
I feel like they charge that just because a base Hot Toy is almost 250, so I think they're like, oh, it's a one scale
Yeah,
figure.
because they put the fucking
Yeah.
Sideshow tax on it.
Yeah.
Comes out of Hong Kong for 180, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna charge 245 for it." Sorry, guys.
I think
But our
at least
figure's
another 8
only
to 10%.
$5
they
more.
bump it up.
Yeah.
What about you, John?
I think the figure's nice. I think the outfit, the fabric, the tailoring, everything looks great. The sculpt, spot on. The price, ridiculous. I don't think it comes with enough accessories. Even if he came with a nice intricate base to warrant the price, it doesn't come with enough. Other than that, I think it's a great figure. My only other worry, like you guys mentioned, and what everybody's mentioned 10 times already, it's the joints. Because we know Sideshow's reputation when it comes to their figures. So that's what I'm waiting to see. I want to see it in hand. I want to see some reviews before I take the plunge. Then again, we know how to preserve joints. You just keep them in the box for a few years and play with them later on.
There you go.
Play with
Or
them
joint
never.
juice.
It should be easy to swap the bodies if the
But
joints do
I
stuff,
don't want
right?
to. I don't want to buy a $250
I
figure
would
to be
say it
swapping bodies.
probably wouldn't be so easy.
Yeah, 'cause this is like an anime body,
specifically,
right?
yeah. Like for example,
Oh, you're
swapping
right.
clone
I didn't
troopers,
think about that.
the forearms have to be super narrow, and it is a bitch to find. Like for Boba Fett, to find forearms that fit into those gauntlets. So
You can't just like shave them down.
I mean, you can, right? But
It's
then
just a lot of work.
I mean, I would say most people freak out when they get a hand joint stuck in the hand. I don't think they're going to want to deal with body swapping something like this. I think it's interesting. He doesn't come with the robotic arm or like a robotic hand. I know he doesn't take the
good
bracer
point.
off. He doesn't
Did we
take
ever
the
see it
bracer off.
during the Clone Wars?
I'm sure at some point during the entire Clone Wars he has taken his gauntlet off, but I don't know if during because this is the last season look, right?
It looks like it. Yeah, he didn't start wearing
It's
his
like
robe,
the
I think,
later
till
half
sixth
season.
Yeah,
sixth
I don't-
season or fifth season.
But you know he has it, right? I'm just saying it would be neat if they're giving us a hologram, like you know, throw in a little techno goodie.
Yeah,
Obi,
it's like what Eddie said earlier too. Is that it doesn't make any sense for them to deliver this Anakin this late in the Clone Wars while showing us an early version of Snips in the hologram. So I thought that was
Yeah.
kind of strange as well.
You're not wrong, my guy. Obi's up for order, also same price point, $255, January to March 2022. Honestly, this line just looks so good. Like everything about this is just so perfect, except for the price point for me. The price point is such a tough pill to swallow. I like how they have some battle droids in the back. Maybe they're teasing a potential.
I didn't
John,
even notice
close your ears, John. A reissue potentially. He comes with a hologram of Cody. Love to see that. And he has a lot of hands. He has 2, 4, 6. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 10 pairs, 10 hands, and Anakin only has 6. So that's interesting. Yeah, when I noticed that when I was making the show sheet, I was thinking like that's so weird that they didn't give you some robotic hands for Anakin, because Obi just has so many more hands. I have no complaints, honestly. I thought that these style of sculpts looked great when Watto's did them, and I'm so glad that an actual company is doing a full styled figure for that. I know we kind of touched a lot of stuff with Anakin, but are there other characters that you guys think would, be a good fit for this line? I know we've said Ahsoka, maybe Asajj or Dooku.
A Mace Windu.
A Mace Windu would be great. A Yoda in this style would be really cool.
Dooku would be cool too.
Even the females like
dude, Savage Opress along with Darth Maul. Asajj Ventress, freaking Cad Bane.
Dude, honestly.
Yeah, why don't we get a Maul?
Honestly, they could make every fucking character from Clone Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody somewhere is gonna fucking want it. Like
Qui-Gon?
This whole line is so like
Qui-Gon.
The possibilities are like endless.
Yeah, he was in there.
I know what I'm talking about. Come on.
They made his nose so unnecessarily large in the Clone Wars. It's like almost
it
offensive.
seemed a little.
That was
racial,
like a punch to the
honestly.
nose.
Jar Jar Binks.
Oh boy. Well,
I think
D-Squad
I think
maybe.
Mario's right. Savage would be my number one. I would love to see.
What are those two females?
Isn't that a face cream?
A what?
What?
Isn't Savage a face cream?
Oh,
you guys are boring tonight. Okay,
we need a cricket sound effect when someone
yeah.
falls flat on a joke.
It wasn't flat. It was.
No,
normal.
dude, because then you're all gonna be surrounded by crickets.
How dare you? Yeah, because you guys aren't funny.
No, you are gonna be
Have you
surrounded by
guys?
crickets.
I've never noticed that circle on his gauntlet.
Yeah, it's
it's just a logo.
It's a droid
Isn't it on his Starfighter?
Yeah, that matches the Starfighter logos, and then on the left side it's the communicator, which I'm so glad they got, because with their Anakin, their first release from like 2010 or whatever, they left that off, and it was really
Actually,
cool.
do you think Sideshow can pick up some slack and maybe do slack that Hot Toys is dropping and do the Star Wars vehicles?
No.
Oh.
No, absolutely.
Oh wow, maybe.
Why not?
Such just like pick up slack. I don't know what that means. What is that?
They
barely even want to pick up anything.
They
Yeah.
fucking do anything anymore.
Wow. Anyways, anyone else got any takes on this one?
It's fucking gorgeous, and I can't wait to own it.
Oh, dude, Cad Bane. Why didn't we say that one? I
Because
fucking
it
want a Cad Bane.
sucks.
Wow.
How dare you?
Cad Bane's a real character.
Hondo?
Yes,
yeah,
Cad.
Hondo would be
Oh
dope.
yeah, Hondo.
That would
I
be
hate
dope.
that guy so much.
How about
Wait, who's
Only in
the
Rebels, dude.
who was the Jabba character from the movie, the Clone Wars
Oh
movie?
God, no,
Man,
please.
no, please.
They
no.
should
Oh,
make
not
him.
that guy. Yeah.
No,
Padme.
no, Danny.
Well,
What about
actually, Padme would be cool.
You think that if a Clone Wars line is successful, we'll get a Rebels line?
I think.
I mean,
so.
how far do they push the envelope? I think Clone Wars is like super popular. I think Rebels is kind of like still
Focus
fringe
on-
for a lot of people.
You know what?
It would be cool though to see animated Thrawn. I'll tell you that much. And
You
you,
know-
got me thinking. You got me thinking how cool this could
And
be.
a
now.
Kanan.
God damn it.
A Kanan.
So,
would
do
be
you
amazing.
guys? You guys are aware that the updated V2, I think it's a V2 or whatever the newest revision of the Mythos Obi Wan is, how they changed the joints from double jointed to single joints in the arms.
We talked about it.
I'm
On the
looking
show.
I'm looking at these pictures and I don't see any signs of double jointed elbows.
Right here
No.
looks double jointed.
It almost
here.
looks double jointed in this photo, but I wonder.
Not really.
I don't think it would be, because that armor is going to interfere with the double joint.
Not necessarily. It looks like it kind of dips
think.
in the inner arm.
It looks, maybe, I don't know. It looks double jointed. It just looks like they're not posing it good. I don't know.
There's
I
not
don't know.
really
I'm sensing
anything
single
that,
joints.
that says double joint, because 90s usually one joint. Bless you.
Bless you.
Well, it's not a sneeze, but thank you.
If you keep that
Oh,
lightsaber
that
up,
crossed arm one is a
Those
dead
arms will
giveaway
drop
for
in no
single
time.
joints.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Right.
Dude, Obi-Wan's hilt looks better than
Why
the
you gotta
Hot Toys
kill it,
version.
Mario?
It really
Hey
does.
man, just observations, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I love that Obi Wan hilt.
Like it just seems more shinier.
Yeah, dude. If they bend that arm any further on that single joint, they're gonna split a bicep.
And you know when that happens.
You know, Danny. Speaking of that Obi Wan hilt, I'm considering picking. I think it's the Roman props hilt that comes with found parts. That's shined up like that. I think Steve has it from Rogue One
Yeah,
6.
Steve has it. and
I would love to
great
pick up
looking one.
that. Yeah, that hilt along with the NeoPixel conversion. Oh my gosh, that'd
wow.
be so.
nerd alert.
That'd be so dope.
How dare you, Joe?
So,
That's expensive, dude. The NeoPixel
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Jesus.
but if I were to go for one hilt, this hilt or probably the Skywalker hilt, the graphics one. So
Wow.
we'll see. I'm thinking about it.
Mario's
Big
becoming a
baller.
prop guy. Look at him.
Oh no.
Slowly, watch.
It's all about that
Yeah,
lineage.
Dude, right? I ordered the Salacious Crumb, so hopefully that'll be coming soon from Real Robot.
Wow.
You actually ordered that?
No,
No, I was about to fucking say what?
All of a sudden, he's ordering.
I will lose some respect.
Jesus.
Dude,
That looks amazing.
how
also-
dare you? That's a great looking freaking piece.
Well, it's a great
For
looking
that-
piece. We just have to look at the
Okay, come
packaging.
on.
That's all.
I've
Wow.
never ever looked at that character and thought, man, I'm gonna spend $4 grand on
I'm scared
that
of him.
No,
character.
no,
I
no,
was
not
so
on that
scared of him
character
as
in
a kid.
particular.
Zach,
It was
If I won the
easy.
lottery,
You're
I
paying for
would buy
that.
everybody
Shit
one.
out of me.
You're paying for that lineage, buddy. 150 made only. Come on. It's a rarity.
Crickets, baby, crickets. I would not
Plus-
pay 150
plus
for
150
a
made,
fucking long-tail
150
monkey.
150
kidding me?
made. 50 survived the shipping. That's a rare item.
How dare you,
Fucked
John?
up. That's
Oh,
too soon,
man.
bro. That's too
You know,
soon.
now I kind of want to get one just to do a
Oh,
live
that's too
unboxing of the
soon,
show.
bro.
So Sean Yahtzee's recommending Vader's Vault. They said they do one called the Obi 4 that's also a Neo pixel conversion of it. So shout out to Yeatsby. I'm about to go check them
Neo
out.
pixel conversion. What is this?
I think this
It's
has
a
to be a
brighter
teaser
saber.
for Ahsoka here.
Yeah, that'd
This
be cool.
hologram picture,
For sure. For sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
fan favorite character, something people wanted for years. Like, if they put this picture and don't release Ahsoka, outrage, bro.
I want to ask you guys a question. Has Sideshow ever done a figure with like the rubber, the Fison?
Wonder Woman. It just
Oh,
came
you're
out a
right.
few months ago.
Yeah,
Really?
you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman does
With
have
the
Fison.
with the complete unibody with no joints.
Because I'm wondering if this would come Fison
Well,
or
the head
if it would
sculpt comes
come with joints.
But I think she wears arm wraps. I don't even think. you
Yeah,
need
she'll probably be
Bison.
covered.
Oh,
yeah.
you're right. They do.
Exactly,
They go up
yeah.
to the Bison.
Yeah.
That's right.
We have a question here. Crew picks for favorite lightsaber hilts. Return of the Jedi Luke is my favorite lightsaber hilt, with Kylo Ren's being a close second. What about you, Dean?
I New Hope Luke, and then Return of the Jedi Luke.
John?
John's
John's never seen Star Wars. Eddie?
Wow, nice. Okay.
It's a tie
just kidding,
between Maul and Kylo. Even though I hate Kylo, I like his saber a
Wow.
lot.
John, what is yours?
I like the Ahsoka hilts, but Ahsoka Princess Leia hilt.
Ahsoka
Oh,
Princess Leia.
hilt.
Princess Leia, yeah, the contrast and
That
colors
was a good
and
one.
so forth.
I like
Oh
the
yeah,
color
yeah,
is good.
yeah.
on
That's,
that one.
no, that's a nice looking hilt. Yeah,
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Wow, he Googled it right now.
Danny.
Wait, what was the question? Sorry.
Oh,
my God.
wow.
Danny.
I was
Favorite
answering Archangel, man.
Your favorite hilt?
Favorite hilt.
What's your favorite hilt from the movies?
I have to say, classic Obi Wan.
Wow.
Yeah, mine. I want to say it's a toss up between the New Hope Vader and New Hope Luke.
Vader's is pretty dope.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking about favorites, what's your favorite vegetable?
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Oh my god!
I think he's gonna do
This
that
dude
every
is
stream.
0 for 2,
Every
man.
Dude,
stream,
he
man.
forces that every single
know.
time. Joe P says Mace Windu's hilt. Some people agree with me on the hilt thing right there. I love to see that. Badfish says, how nervous would you be if you guys are opening your Commander Cody after the arm issues on a scale of 1 to 10 of 14?
That was
Oh,
Dean.
dude,
That was
I was
Dean.
freaking out because I didn't hear anything about it. Like surprisingly, and my Cody was just like in the box, and everybody was like, "You know that motherfucker's arriving broken." I was like, "Get out of here."
Mario.
But it's fine. Mine was not broken.
Do you
John.
remember who was that
Just
Prince
talk
figure?
over Dean? Who the fuck?
No, I wasn't talking over.
He was
stop
talking,
studying.
and you just fucking spoke over the dream, bro.
Okay,
James,
fine.
that's PCS.
PCS, right?
PCS. I
Jesus,
think.
I got
I
your back,
think
bro.
it's. I don't think they mention if it's sixth or quarter scale, but yeah, PCS
On the bike?
on the
Yeah.
bike. Yeah, Prince on the
I
bike.
think they said quarter scale.
And that to me that was the show stealer instead of these Clone Wars figures.
Well, they were not announced at the Prince one. They were announced.
No,
way
but hey,
before
but
the
he said
Prince.
like they stole the show. I don't think they
Oh,
stole the show.
their show,
The
not
entire
that
the
one.
entire show. So, anyways, Zach, go ahead.
Anyways,
Please continue.
Yeah, let's
Thank
talk
you.
about Macross.
Kit's okay. John, get the hell out of here. Kit's Concept 1/12 Rick Hunter first appearance advanced figure collection, $100, coming in December 2021. Dean, tell me about this figure. What's so significant about this?
Okay, this is Rick's first appearance when you first see him in the show. They're celebrating the launch of this new battle station, and there's like air acrobats and stuff, and they're flying around in their jets. And Rick comes in his little stunt plane and shows everybody up. And Roy is on the ground like, get the fuck down here, like, you moron. And he lands and it's Rick, and he's like, dude, what the hell? And so this is like his first appearance, his outfit. Super excited. It's a 1/12 scale, which is fine. I don't mind 1/12 scale. But it's got real clothes, which I thought is interesting because they already have like 4 figures in this line, and none of them have real clothing. It's also considerably more, probably about like $30 more, so that kind of sucks. But I mean, it's literally my favorite character, so I'm gonna get it. I pre-ordered it the day I saw it.
Wow. Congratulations, my guy. I've only seen the one episode of Robotech, so I know exactly this scene that you're talking about. I really wanted to get into Robotech, Dean, because you love it so much.
It's fantastic.
And, I was not able to. But I'm glad that you like it, and I'm glad that you're getting this figure. And their releases are actually pretty decent, right? From Kit's Concept?
Yeah, I like them a lot.
Yeah.
Zach, I think if you watch the movie, Do You Remember Love? You'll get the whole series in like an hour and a half take.
Oh, that's exactly what I need.
Dude, and I got it from Mario in like 1080. Fucking beautiful.
Dude, it's beautiful, isn't it? No, actually, from Danny. That's all Danny, right there.
Oh,
he hooked it up with the Blu-ray.
Oh yeah, that
used it, and yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, shout out to Danny, man.
Some illegal file sharing going on there. We'll not talk any more about that.
Just kidding, it wasn't me.
There's some other pictures there.
Who said anything about file sharing?
Yeah, not me.
No.
Lots
I just said
of different hands.
He had a
Lots
Blu-ray.
of different goggle accessories. You love to see that.
Yeah.
What this pairs with the cockpit that you have, or this is just a figure that is a standalone?
You could technically fit it in there. It's 1/12 scale.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It'd help if you had it on the screen, dude.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to add some stuff to the slides because we sent it way after the deadline.
Just kidding. That's my bad.
No, it's fine.
It comes with a flashlight?
Yeah, so I correct me if I'm wrong, Mario, but that's after they get trapped in space, right? Him and Minmay?
Yes.
Yeah, they get in space and into the one of the cargo holds in the SDF-1. Yeah.
When it converted?
Yeah, it transforms and they are like locked in a certain area.
Did it convert already at that time?
Yeah, it's after.
It did. That's right. Yeah.
In the movie, there's a shower scene.
I love that teal.
Send me the link.
I love that teal scarf.
Oh, who's file sharing now?
It's
I now
OnlyFans.
know. Well,
The movie is really good. I like the show just because you get more, meat on the bone. But
Eddie knows.
We all know that Dean loves
the
more
movie
meat
is
on
also
the bone.
really good. The movie in English is awful. They've only dubbed it once, and it's like, what were you people doing?
I didn't know they did that.
It's fun, dude. It's on YouTube. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, yeah.
Brenton says Robotech is probably one of those things that you need to see at a certain age in order to love it. Brenton says he can't wait for the discussion on LV426. Stay tuned, my guy.
Absolutely, Erwin. I did pick up the VF1J. Or no, I picked up the VF1S with super parts.
How do you cure that disease?
Wow.
Iron Studios 110 scale King Shark 189 releasing Q2
That was a pretty good one.
22.
I'll be here all night.
Dude,
John,
honestly,
can you shut up when I'm talking, please? Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, you were talking? Sorry.
189, 110.
Wow!
Oh,
John,
John, you're this close, my guy. You're this close to getting kicked off the show tonight.
Jesus.
I have not seen this movie. I'm in the process of.
Victoria
and I are going to watch it. But by all that I've heard, this character absolutely steals the whole movie.
Steals the show, my guy. He's just, and like honestly, like I don't think this is a spoiler, but he really doesn't do much in the movie. Like he's just around, and he does contribute to the story, but like he's just such a great character. He's so lovable, like his little shark face, and
I'm
it's
surprised
fucking
he's in the
Sylvester
movie as much as he is.
Stallone. Yeah, I did not know Sylvester Stallone. I was like, why does this motherfucker sound so familiar? I had to look it up. I was like, oh my god. But
Sylvester
dude,
Stallone voiced him?
Yeah.
That's
isn't that
fantastic.
crazy?
I did not know that.
I did not know that either. I had to look it up. I was like, I know this motherfucker's voice. It's so funny. He absolutely steals the show. He's a great character. I think you're gonna like it.
Yeah, he was pretty cool.
But oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I thought that what we saw in the trailers was everything we were gonna see of him. And I was so surprised to see how often he's in the show.
Yeah, he's in it a lot actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a 1/10 scale statue.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a big character, so this should actually be a pretty decent sized statue.
Yeah.
But I know everyone seems to be on board with Iron Studios, so I don't think I've ever handled any of their product personally.
You've seen it at my house. The Rex is Iron Studios.
Oh, is it? Okay. Then
Yeah.
Then I do know they make good stuff. So I think this is the exclusive though. So I think it's him eating as the exclusive.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know.
Oh, there's
that
an
there was
exclusive?
an exclusive.
I didn't know that.
That's what this was on a BBTS listing, but it's the only one I saw. So I could. It says exclusive, so I don't know if there's a variant.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is up on Sideshow also, so I don't. Let me check. I want to check to see if there's an exclusive. No. It doesn't say anything about an exclusive, dude.
Oh, okay.
A limited edition, but nothing about an exclusive.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
I wonder if they're gonna do every character from this movie, or maybe
That's
just
the thing.
certain ones, or I mean, they're probably 100% gonna do like a Harley. Probably,
I mean,
but-
collector's luck, an ensemble team, you're not gonna get everyone.
No. I mean, did
Like, if
everybody
they-
watch the movie here?
No,
No.
I haven't watched it yet.
I went to watch it. I was like 30 minutes in, I fell asleep. And then I woke up for like the last 30 minutes of it. And I'll say the last 30 minutes of the movie was really good. I liked the last. It was 30 minutes in, and I was like, is it going to get better? Fell asleep, woke up. The last 30 minutes was amazing. So I have to rewatch it to see what my full opinion is. Dude,
I enjoyed it more than the first one.
It was a long day.
Dude, this movie is shockingly good. Like,
wow,
I liked
high
it
praise.
way more than I care to admit. Like, admit.
Wow.
Probably, no bullshit. Probably the best DC film ever.
Okay.
Wow. Holy
Okay,
shit.
that's a big statement.
Little... Ever?
That's
like, we're
ever?
including, like, Tim Burton and all that?
Yeah.
What?
No way.
Wow.
There's no way.
Okay, you're high as shit, dude.
Well, Tim Burton's wasn't that great.
Yeah, you're looking at it through rose-colored glasses, my guy. Those movies are not that good.
Okay.
And I'm definitely counting fucking
Dark Knight
Nolan.
trilogy.
yeah, the Dark Knight.
No, there's no way.
I'd rather fucking
Okay, Dean.
choke my ball bag than watch those movies again.
It's very
Wow.
entertaining, I'll say that.
Yeah, choke your ball bag.
Yeah, what is that? entail?
Jesus Christ.
Well, you just
Choking my
go-
ball bag later.
Is it
Grab it
Baldo?
real quick.
Hey, there
Yeah.
you go. So is this a what do they call it? Reboot, or is this a sequel?
I don't
It's
know.
This is a sequel.
It's a sequel, yeah.
It's a sequel.
I was watching a movie, or not a movie, a YouTube video on the first one.
There's no way it's a sequel.
Cosmonaut Variety Hour, and he was talking about how bad the first one was. I've seen the first one, and I obviously hated it. But having someone just tear that movie apart for half an hour was far more entertaining than watching that movie.
Did
And
everybody
so I've
hate
been-
the first one in here?
No, I didn't hate it.
I didn't
enjoyed
hate it, but I didn't think it was
didn't
that
hate
great.
either. Yeah, same.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Wait, this is a sequel? I'm mind blown.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a sequel, dude.
Huh.
There's something that happens at the beginning that they brought a character back from the first one, and
is it a spoiler if you tell me what character it
God,
is?
I wish we could talk spoilers.
It might be.
Because there's
It
some
might be,
things
yeah.
I mean,
at
if
the
you've seen
beginning
the
that
trailer,
piss
you
me
know
off.
all the characters in the movie.
I don't think I've seen
That's
the
true.
trailer.
Wow.
At least not the most recent one. Just say it. I mean, is it a huge
Whoa,
spoiler?
whoa, I don't know.
Wait,
No?
did you?
No,
need to-
I mean,
Put it in
okay, so
private
no,
chat. Put it in
no,
private chat.
I don't know.
Dina's right. Dina's right. I'm just gonna say it. So Captain Boomerang shows up again from the first one over to the
Okay.
second one. So he's in it.
You're right. Okay,
You know,
for some
Harley-
reason,
Wow.
I thought he died immediately in the first movie, but that was the climbing guy.
Slipknot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. Yeah. Boomerang is in this one. Yeah. Okay.
James says this Hot Toys making this one. They did show it. They have not put it up for pre-order, so
Dude,
technically
honestly,
it's not officially
Wow, Dean, that much, huh?
being made yet.
Jesus.
if Hot Toys comes out with this, I might.
The only problem with the Hot Toys one is you don't get the blood or anything, right? You'd have to kind of customize it yourself, which would have been
Zach
nice.
paint it up for you.
Not for John.
Well,
Not
unless they
today.
do, John, they
Wow.
could probably do like a separate part, like they did with the Age of Ultron Hulk, where it's like a completely separate top torso. Yeah, just swap it out. You know,
That would be
something
nice. Like, and then if we get this
that'd be cool.
accessory, yeah, like body
I
parts
don't-
and stuff.
You know how Hot Toys shows him with the orange pants? I don't remember him wearing the orange pants.
I don't think he did.
It's probably when you fell asleep, dude.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, Mario. That's you know what?
Dead to
That's a
rights.
good point.
Dead to rights.
No, you know what? You know, to Eddie's point, I was watching this movie also, and I had a hard time keeping my attention as well. I saw it like Eddie, like in 30-minute increments, but I kept getting distracted, and I was like, wasn't too into it. So I had to leave, go take care of something, and I couldn't finish it. So I got to get back to it again. But you know, if anything, I would have liked to see. I think we see it in the trailer also. King Shark just swallowing a whole body instead of just munching on someone's leg like this.
He swallowed
So-
one guy.
Watch the spoilers, please.
Who did he? There was one scene that he swallows. Like it's not all
It's
in
in the
one.
trailer.
Like slowly, yeah.
What's
Oh,
in the
you're
trailer?
saying you wish
You
he
see
did
him.
it
You see
more?
him pick up with two hands,
Yeah.
and just chowing down on the guy. That I would have loved to see that pose instead of just straight up and down,
Oh, that
just
would be
gnawing.
crazy.
Yeah, just gnawing on
Yeah.
on this leg. Although
Well-
the paint apps look great. I think it looks phenomenal for what they pulled off here.
Yeah. I mean, if the Hot Toys one comes out and you want to pose them with a body swallowing, you know where you could get one printed at, these are guys.
Wow.
Really? No, I don't.
I'll tell you. What the scrapyard, Mario?
Wow.
I don't know if he makes 3D printed whole bodies, but I bet you if you asked, he would get it done because he's amazing. We want to thank our friends over at Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring tonight's episode. You can find him on Instagram at Watto Scrapyard. That's his name on Facebook and eBay as well. He makes 3D printed parts for hard to come by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles, as well as resin printed head sculpts of literally anybody in the world, dead or alive or non-existent. You just make people up if you wanted to.
Wow.
If you don't see a character you want on his Facebook page or his Instagram, just send him a message. He'll get a design printed and shipped right to your door for a reasonable fee. Hit up Watto's, everybody.
That sounds good. Yeah, we also want to thank 16 Corner. Their mission is to provide the best figures and collectibles to their customers. They offer great prices, great packaging, fast shipping, and best in the business customer service. Choose your figure, pay safely with PayPal, and leave the rest to them.
Bunch of angels.
Yeah.
Dean, does that
What's up?
Watto's voice ever give you a sore throat?
No.
Sometimes it hurts. I'm like, Jesus.
No, I'm fine.
Hot Toys Japan on Instagram put up a post. Hot Toys presents Back to the Future Retro Sapiens, Toy Sapiens Tokyo, Osaka, and Nagoya. These are different Toy Sapiens Hot Toys flagship stores. And there's not really much details about what exactly this is going to be. Recently, they have solicited some Back to the Future Cos Babies, and I'm wondering if this event is going to be focused on that, but I don't think I've ever seen them do a full Cos Baby event. And so a lot of people are speculating that we might see some potential reissues, remakes, or new announcements for Back to the Future. That line is absolutely bonkers price-wise. I think the DeLorean, some people are saying it's like $2,500 and up to buy that thing. And Hot Toys obviously has to be seeing that and wondering if there could be a potential market for it. John, let's start with you. Do you think what do you think this is all about?
Well, that's what I was like scared of. You hear Hot Toys and you hear retro, and that's it. My mind goes for the worst. I don't. I think it would be stupid on their part to reissue the DeLorean if they're gonna come back to this line. Do the 2.0, from the movie, the second movie, where the wheels retract and they fly. Yeah, the flying version.
Wow.
Because they gave us that in one of the San Diego Comic-Cons. They showed us that figure. So, and I think they showed him in the outfit with the black hat and the black jacket and so forth. So
wait, does the one you have Mr. Fusion?
No, it's the first one.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Fusion came in
first movie.
is the second
Yep.
second movie. So let's get that going. Maybe figures, maybe a cowboy version from the third
That's
movie.
a good point.
Yeah,
I
I
Mr.
think
Fusion also in the first one, at the very end of the
at
movie?
the end, maybe at the end, but that's it's primarily the second movie, Mr. Fusion. I think you get introduced to Mr. Fusion in the end, that last scene when they take off, but. Yeah, it would be a missed opportunity to just go straight reissue the regular DeLorean. When they have the third movie to tackle, and they still have some of the figures and outfits they can do from the second movie. Like, we didn't get a Doc from the first movie in the white painter suit, so that'd be cool to get.
And I would love to see a Marty in the tux with the guitar when he's on stage.
Yeah.
I would love that. So
remember the scene where he had the black hat and was it a black jacket?
Mm-hmm.
The spy look?
Where he's inconspicuous.
That's what we saw at one of the toy shows with the flying DeLorean.
Right.
So I think if they visit it again, that's what we're going to see. That's what I hope we see.
They also showed that 1955 version of Doc as well. I mean, at least from the second movie, where he went back in time to 1955, but was dressed in his
in that painter's
2015
outfit.
clothes. Not the painter's outfit. No, he's just regular clothes. I think he had some other shirt and
like some T-shirt or something. Right? Okay.
No, it wasn't a T-shirt. It was a dress. I'll find it.
I can't remember now. But look, if they can revisit this line, I know we have a lot of Back to the Future fans, but just do it respectfully and classy. What do you guys think?
I agree with you. I think that's the best thing they should do. They should do something different. That would be ideal. I don't think they're going to do that, but I hope they do that. I think I think that they re-release the Tumblr and they're like, oh shit, this is getting a lot of traction. Maybe we should re-release the DeLorean. And I'm actually more excited to see different figures from Back to the Future from this. It would be cool to see a DeLorean, but I could care less. I'd rather see that Marty that I mentioned or just some other figures from them.
Biff?
Yeah, Biff would be cool.
Oh, Biff would be awesome.
Yeah, maybe fill out the line with other characters from the movies instead of reissuing new ones or old ones. That'd be nice, but also I mean, I guess there is a market for it because of the aftermarket prices of the current figures that people really love these movies. But I can't imagine doing a whole event just to show off Biff. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows? Like Zach said, it could be maybe that one Hot Toys figure and then a bunch of Cos babies, or I don't see them reissuing old figures, but it is possible. Like Zach said, hey, people are spending that much money on this fucking thing. Well, let's make a little cheddar cheese, I don't know. I bet it's gonna be a big fucking nothing burger. I think it's gonna be a bunch of, especially because at Toy Sapiens, there, how many places are there?
There's 3, I think.
3 of them.
3
on the bottom.
Yeah, so it's not like it's not like it's like a worldwide event,
The only thing I could also see them doing, they did this with I think it was Build the Suicide Squad, but it was more like a DC showcase where they brought in props from the movies, from Birds of Prey. They had costumes and I think the hyena prop and a bunch of other things. Maybe they have access to some props that they'll have on display at the different showcase stores. But I don't think at that Toy Sapiens event, it may not have been Toy Sapiens, but I don't think at that event they showed anything brand new that went up for pre-order. So, I mean, like Dean said, this could be a big nothing burger. Mario, what do you think?
What John said earlier, I think what we're seeing right here on the screen is what they should actually bring out. This was solicited back in 2017 Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
So these two figures, I think they could possibly do them along with the hover conversion for the DeLorean. But me personally, I like the Old West getup. I would love to see Doc and Marty in their cowboy outfits. You know, it's something so different. Even with the DeLorean with the train wheels, it's something that's so different. You know what I mean? So I would like to see that Doc with that big ass sniper rifle that he has and that big old hat. That'd be cool. I mean, I like the whole Western vibe. So I think that'd be great.
If they do revisit the DeLorean and they reissue it in this configuration, do you guys see Hot Toys making an upgrade kit for the owners of the V1 DeLorean?
Definitely not.
No way. I don't see
they probably completely re-engineered the undercarriage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, it is possible. There is a third-party conversion kit. It's supposed to be fairly easy, but I think you're right. I think if they have the opportunity to sell you a whole new one versus sell you some parts for the old one, I think they'll go with selling you the parts for the old one. Kind of like they did with the Hulkbuster. You got to buy the whole Hulkbuster to get the jackhammer.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know if.
Well, no. Didn't they sell the upgrades part by itself also?
Yeah. No, you could not. Well, no. I'm sorry. You could get the jackhammer arm by itself, but you couldn't get the Hulkbuster unless you got the jackhammer arm. So they would sell you the DeLorean plus the upgrade kit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm saying, but I don't know. You're right. I mean, I think it is possible with the way they engineered the first one. Yeah, but it is unlikely.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen the DeLorean in person, the Hot Toys DeLorean, but it's just a work of art, an absolute work of art what they did there. So I don't know. This has a lot of potential for a lot of people who missed out on the original one. Because this will you can kind of fold those tires in, and it'll be kind of the same. You get the version 1, besides the Mr. Fusion there. But let's see. I think we're getting a little too excited. I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does say it's a retro event, right? So what? Why would they show off a bunch of Cos babies?
That's the thing.
You know.
Yeah.
That seems kind of off.
We'll see.
I'm curious to know if you guys think that, because John did get his autograph, by the actors, if that kind of devalues his DeLorean a bit.
Yes.
Wow.
I would agree. I know. I agree.
It wouldn't devalue it whatsoever because it depends on where you get it signed.
Well, no, you said you got to sign underneath the hood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
how would it devalue the value of the vehicle?
Because you modified the original, dude.
Yeah, you
Is
modified.
it certified?
No, that's ridiculous.
Is your autograph certified?
Well, it doesn't have to be certified. I have proof from the show that both people were there, and
that doesn't mean
I have photos. Yeah, it doesn't have to be certified. That's incorrect information. But regardless, that's like saying a Hot Toys that's an original compared to a reissue should retain its full value and always be worth the reissue. Be worth more than the reissue, and it's not. That's for original collectors. In this hobby, we don't have a lot of original collectors. Collectors want the best and the newest product that comes to market.
Well, okay, look, Zach
that has
modified
nothing to do with the autograph
Gandalf.
at all.
Yeah.
What you just said.
Well, you're talking about originality.
I'm just saying. Question. Dan's right. Dan knows about autographs. Like, unless you have
what?
Well, yeah, for the comics. Dan, if I had a comic and I said, "Hey, this is signed by Stan Lee," but I have no proof other than he was at this convention.
No, but there is proof. I have proof of me holding the car and him signing it in front of me. I have a photo of him signing it with me holding the car.
Yeah, but you can have two DeLoreans.
Exactly.
I could have two DeLoreans.
You signed your own.
Well, I can always send the car in to get certified, the signature certified. That's always a possibility. Would I ever?
I'm just saying, I think it does devalue it to have a signature under the hood.
There's no way it devalues it.
I'm with John on this one. I don't think it does.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
Well, I have a different question for devalue.
If fucking Danny signed it, devalue it.
No, that would skyrocket. That would skyrocket.
No, I would definitely devalue it if I signed it or you signed it. But fucking Marty McFly himself and Doc Brown himself signed the fucking thing.
Come on.
Dude, I was
and
the
I have
third
photos.
guy in skateboard.
I have photos. I have the original tickets. I have everything. I have the original pamphlet from the show and everything.
No one's doubting that, that you got them signed, but I think from what I've seen in my experience in this collecting world with autographs is concerned,
people don't pay more
that
for
piece of
signed
paper makes a
bases.
huge difference.
The point here is people don't have to pay more. You're saying it devalues the piece. You can't say it devalues the piece. You're at least gonna get. You're gonna find a collector that will at least pay the value, the $2,500 that the DeLorean's worth right now, and the value of what the signatures were paid. I can guarantee you if I put this DeLorean,
if you can get them certified by a company that will say that they're real.
Regardless, this baby's never if I have control over it, this baby will never get sold. When I'm in my 6 feet under the ground, then everybody can do whatever they want. But while I'm alive, no way, because this is find another one.
And then sign it yourself.
Now, root your own hair. That devalues a figure.
You're not wrong. You are 100% right. I'm not arguing that point at all. I know it devalues the figure, but I mean, this figure already went from being a $500 figure a year and a half ago to a $200 figure. That ship
was already on its way down anyway, right?
Yeah, that ship is sailed.
Why not?
Yeah, that ship is sailed 100%. Irie says, I sold the signature by Danny for $45 on eBay. Love to see that.
Dude, he got ripped off. It should go for 100.
Yeah, you got ripped off, bro. Star Wars The Black Series rumor by Yakface. Word is that MSRP is going up again. Standard Black Series figure price is going up to $24.99. Exclusives will be near $29.99. And deluxe around $39.99. This is due to sharp rise in shipping costs from China and other global factors. Yakface.com. I think a big selling point of Black Series is how cheap they are. You know, you have some really nice options with model kits. You have some really nice options with Figuarts, with Figma, at all kinds of different price points. Up to Hot Toys, quarter scale statues, you know, Iron Studio, stuff like that. $25 to $20. That's like a 20-something% increase. They've been at...
But we haven't been paying $19.99. They've been $22.99, $24.99. I mean, the last... fives and Obi Wan and Anakin were $25.99 or $24.99.
Yes. So the MSRP is going up, allegedly. But if the MSRP is already $20 and we're paying $25, what does that mean if it's $25? We're paying $30? I guess what I'm trying to say is the closer they get to those Figuarts price points or like those other high-end price points, the less appealing the line is to collect. Obviously, you're going to get way more variety with the Black Series. You know, they make 100 figures in a year, something like that. I get it. Things are becoming more expensive and every hobby is going up. But I don't love it. But I understand.
Have Figuarts gone up?
I guess it depends. Stevens has some that they're like $50-$60, like retail. So if you're getting to that price point eventually, I mean, I assume those are going to go up as well. But those prices are also inflated as well because I think you can get them cheaper, like on AmiAmi when you order them direct. But I know Marvel Legends just had this thing happen, and I think some of those are pretty good figures, but I don't know that all of them really showed any appreciable gain in quality. So it's just a rumor at this point, but I think it'll be interesting to see if anything changes with the quality or if they're just going to slap the new sticker on and kind of keep putting out what they've been putting out. What do you think, Dean?
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't really think this is rumor anymore. It pretty much seems...
So you're saying this rumor is already true is what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because like I
I
said,
didn't understand what you were saying earlier.
The last wave with the Anakin, Obi Wan, Clone Wars 5s, those were $25 anyway. I've been buying Black Series for $22.
Those are exclusives.
Those are exclusives.
Those are exclusives. He's saying exclusives will be $30 going forward.
$30 now. Yeah, those are going to go up. The standard figures are going to go to $25 as the exclusives will go to $30.
What I was saying was I've been buying fucking Black Series at GameStop for $22.99. So what's another fucking $2?
Are you buying exclusives or are those for standard figures?
Don't buy
them.
No,
GameStop has a standard. GameStop has the standard figures at $22.99. But what I was trying to make the point is, if the retail's $20 and GameStop is already charging you $3 extra, when it's $25, they're going to be $27.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
GameStop overprices anyway.
You're not wrong.
Yes,
Yeah, you're not wrong. 100% agree with that.
So yeah, I'm just saying, like, really, like, these prices are arbitrary anyway, because if I buy them online, I got to pay shipping anyway. So it's like I'm getting fucked either way. But like Zach is saying, they're not. For the price, for $20, honestly, I think they're like undervalued because you get the face printing tech, you're getting sometimes multiple hands, lots of accessories, different swap out heads and helmets. Like you're getting a lot of bang for your buck at $20, which is fantastic. But like also, it's like maybe they're worth more than that. But I don't know if they're worth $30, $40. Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's like if I buy them on BBTS, I gotta pay the fucking shipping and tax and everything anyway. So I'm paying these prices regardless because I can't find them. So I gotta pay some fucking scalper to sell it to me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
exactly.
Am I that butthurt about it? No, but I could just stop buying them, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Like Zach said, it loses its
intrigue.
Yeah, and, yeah.
No, I agree, Dean. I mean, this just happened recently too. It was like about a year and a half ago when the last time they bumped up their prices, but it wasn't. Again, it was incremental, just like by $2-3 each way. But just to see a deluxe figure go for around $40 now, that's kind of
because wasn't Grievous?
That's pushing it, man. Grievous was 30.
Yeah,
Grievous was 30. So
that's
now
a fantastic figure too.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, I stopped collecting Black Series, but I just hope that we don't see the vintage collection figures start going for like freaking $20 a pop now.
They're already expensive.
That would be. They're like $13.99 standard.
Yes.
So I can see another price tag probably to $15. But when they hit $20,
dude,
as nostalgic as I am for these freaking figures, man, $20 is gonna be like a hard pill to freaking swallow.
Because
when you reach that price point.
The vintage collection is essentially what the Black Series was for a while at Walmart. The 3 3/4 inch Black Series was basically.
No, actually, the 3 3/4 Black Series were repacks from the original vintage collection.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And those motherfuckers at Walmart were like $15, and I was like, for $5 more, I could get a 6 inch Black Series. Why would I buy these? Which is eventually is why the line failed. But you're not wrong. Like even those prices are already going up. So it's like, I'll just get the bigger, better figure for, a few bucks more. But now even those are going even higher. So I don't know. When will it end? Never, I guess.
Never. Again, I mean, do we? That's going to be the crazy thing to see. Are you gonna price out the lower end collector though? Eventually, with prices like this, I mean, those that don't collect as high end that some of us do. I mean, because these are essentially starter pieces for a lot of us. A lot of us pretty much started off with 3 3/4.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about that a few weeks ago, and I mentioned Marvel Legends is putting out like almost 2 waves a month in terms of pre-orders. At that higher price point, a whole wave now is like, what is it, $3-4 a figure times 6 in a wave? It's like almost $25-30 more for the wave, and they're putting up entire 2 waves a month. Like, there's no way like a person that wants to collect, because with those figures you have to buy every single one to get to build a figure. There's no way newer collectors will be able to keep up with that, especially if their budget is not not a Hot Toys budget.
Brenton asks, does this circle back to the topic of are we being priced out? I don't know if this particularly does, because I mean, really, $15, $20, it's not that expensive. But if I'm going to buy a whole wave, that's $150. I'll just save another $50 and buy a Hot Toys.
Yeah, I buy by the case. I'm usually spending like $120 for
Wait,
a
you
case
can buy a
of
Hot
8.
Toy for $200 now?
Well, like aftermarket or
Hong
whatever.
Kong.
I've gotten crazy good deals on Hot Toys. My fucking Infinity War Thanos was $260. I'm just saying, like, for another $50, you could get a really good deal on a figure. Like, it's like, okay, maybe I'm not priced out of Black Series, or I guess it's priced out of Black Series, but it's because I'll just buy something better for the price.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
But like Mario said, he's buying cases at a time. Like, that's not cost effective. Like, after a while.
Not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think this affects like people that collect multiple things more than anything. Like, I think people are gonna have to start deciding, like, Do I need Black Series and Hot Toys and Figure Arts? Do I just do Figure Arts now?
Right.
That's what I think, because I get Black Series clones, but like if Black Series clones start going up to like $30, I probably won't buy them anymore, and I'll just stick with the new Sideshow line or whoever. Like, but that's why I think it affects people that are buying multiple stuff. You know, I don't know if people that only collect Black Series, if they'll stop collecting them. I think they'll bitch about it, and I think they may get less, but I don't think they'll stop collecting them. I think it'll take a long time for them to get to like Figure Arts prices. That'll be a while before they get up there.
I don't know.
Danny, John?
Because you could get a Figure Arts Goku for $25 already.
Do any of the Star Wars stuff do that though? I know
No.
Goku. Yeah, I was like, none of the Star Wars stuff is cheap.
Those are like minimum $60, $70.
Yeah.
But
Star Wars
I'm
is
just-
expensive, man.
Yeah. That's definitely a licensing thing. But like I'm
Yeah.
saying, like Figure Arts, you could already get them for what this price is with hitting at now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Yak Face is pretty reputable too, so I can probably see this happening in about maybe about a month or so. if
Yeah.
not
But it
less.
doesn't say anything about TVC, so maybe they'll
No.
consider thinking
No,
that,
but
you
I
know?
mean, I can expect TVC to be right around the corner.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
The writing's on the wall, so
it's all over your
we'll
wall,
see,
dude.
We'll see what happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
John, what do you think?
Danny, you don't have anything?
Not really, because I don't really collect, but
Okay.
I guess it just feels like
anything.
Well, I mean, I don't collect the smaller end figures anymore, but
Yeah.
but then Brenton makes a good point of like mostly adults are buying these figures now, right? So,
Yeah, I don't know
is-
kids with jobs, do you?
Yeah, so 25 should still be
Mexicans.
I think people are still paying like
Wow.
Like Eddie was saying, people are still gonna.
That's racial.
That's racial, yeah.
I'll allow it.
It's okay, he's Mexican, so he's allowed to.
Whoa. What?
Jesus.
He is Mexican.
That's what I'm saying. He's allowed to say it if you're Mexican. you
Yeah,
can say it.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with Danny. Over here, they're like $50 per a pop. I'm not gonna be spending $50 when the likeness I think is off and so forth. When you can like Dean said, to pick up a Hot Toys, you're not that. Still a bit more, but I think that top up that you're paying is worth the investment. So yeah, no, I won't be going anywhere close to the Black Series. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy the Black Series when they come out with a cool figure I really want. I mean, look, I got all my little clones right here. I like clones.
Mhm.
But I definitely do not collect it like I used to, right? I used to buy pretty much every wave. But again, those prices, it's like, well, now they're $22.99 and $25. It's like, well, I gotta really
I got a
pick and
question.
choose which ones I got.
Which is the more popular line, the vintage or the Black Series?
I think vintage.
Vintage, probably.
I
Only
think the
because
Black
it's
Series-
so fleshed out.
I think the vintage is more for the
Hardcore.
probably for that more hardcore fan. Although
Honestly-
the Black Series is the one that gets more love from Hasbro themselves. They keep getting all the different figures and everything, so they get way more in Black Series than we do in vintage.
But value is
So
vintage, no?
Yeah.
Some
Long term,
for
yes.
some of them.
Yeah, long term. Yeah.
Right now, vintage is insanely priced. As soon as these things sell out, dude, it's crazy. They're going for like freaking 3 times the price now.
Yeah.
I mean, the ones that I got from 2010, they're for what I paid for some of these things are expensive. I started back in 2018, and now they're going for almost double what I already paid for. It's insane.
Yeah.
So what's a crazy price for one of your crazy figures, like a high end?
Oh, the Ahsoka. The Ahsoka is probably
So
the
how
most
much is
expensive
that?
one that I've seen it go for like anywhere from $700 to $800.
Yeah, I was gonna say 800.
Close
So what-
to 1,000 maybe. if
What
it was
does the
great.
original go for?
The
Oh,
original?
yeah.
That is the original.
That's the original. There was only that one, and that's it.
There was only that one, yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, they released a couple newer ones from the Clone Wars recently, but that first original one was like one of the last figures from a wave, which from what I understand was difficult to get anyway. So the value on that one was always expensive. So
that's what I was saying. Like you could go to any Walmart right now and find a bunch of Black Series on the shelves. You're not going to find the vintage collection. Maybe one.
Right, you don't find them anywhere.
That's why I think the vintage collection is way more popular. And maybe it's just because the numbers are less, so they.
You know what? You're right. I don't think I've ever seen a vintage on the shelf.
Dude, they're hard to find.
It's rare.
How does it? How about reissues, Mario? How does that affect the vintage collection?
It doesn't. I mean, it kind of does because so there was a fan vote that we had recently that had some pretty high end figures. Yeah. And it did affect the aftermarket for the original ones just a little bit. But then after the vote was cast for the winner, I think it was a Republic Trooper, it's still maintaining its value over like 100 and something, 150 or something like that. I think it goes for. So yeah, the reissues are still not as impactful because it's a different card back.
Yeah.
In the front it's the same, but in the back it's actually different. Same VC
original
number, but just
sorry.
Yeah.
The original holds.
The original
its integrity still. Yeah.
Because like the packaging will be just different enough that.
Also,
the original one it's very clear that this is not the original. So maybe maybe a logo is gone, or they've added a disclaimer, like chopping action pose or whatever.
Or the fact that the cards, a lot of the hardcore collectors they look for unpunched cards.
Yeah.
So that's what I have. So the fact that all these newer ones are punched, that's a big difference also.
Yeah.
So the original unpunched will maintain its integrity.
Yeah, and you're talking retail again, $15. So, I mean, for them to ever tank below that is, I can't think of a single one that's probably worth less than what it started off as. So yeah, reissues have no bearing on 3 3/4 in Star Wars.
Which is
it's a good investment though. I mean, if you think about it, like if you own, let's say, a Dark Side Anakin, you spend $1,000 for it or whatever it's going for, and it gets reissued tomorrow, that thing is going to crash. But if you have 30 or Mario's case, like a few hundred, like even one getting reissued is not going to hurt. Your whole investment.
Yeah.
You got diversified.
So everybody sell your Hot Toys and start buying.
Start buying vintage collection.
Jesus. Well, I don't know about all that.
Wait, Mario.
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I got like a long time ago, from I think it was from SDCC or something.
Mm-hmm.
They were handing out unpunched cards.
Oh yeah.
Just the cards.
Yeah, the proof cards.
Are those worth anything? Like Slave Leia?
No, they're not. I'll buy them off you, but they're not worth much.
Oh man.
That sounds suspicious.
I thought I could retire.
No, Danny, I've seen those go for probably like about seriously, I've seen them go for like $10 a pop. Even some of the last time that I looked for proof cards, I could be wrong, but they could be going for a lot more now. I think the foil variant ones are also going up in price like crazy too. But as far as the proof cards, I'm really not too sure how much they're going for. But the last time I remember, they're around maybe $10 to $20 a pop. But if you want to get rid of them, give me a holler.
No retirement money there.
Mario's trying to rip off our sweet boy Danny.
What's the most expensive?
I can't retire off $10, man.
You hate to see it, bro.
Isn't like
2011 San Diego Comic-Con Star Wars proof card.
Comic-Con?
Mm-hmm.
This one's encased in acrylic, $275, $84 loose. Let's see what they're selling for.
Wait, no, mine are just. They don't have a figure.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, the proof cards.
Yeah, proof cards.
But that one was in acrylic. So and it was graded.
Yeah, some of these are $179, $70, $131.
But I have a Slave Leia, so that must be worth.
That's the one I'm looking
at. The Slave Leia is expensive. The Slave Leia one was expensive.
$70.
The Slave Leia with the figure itself, I think, is going for like about freaking $150 on up.
What about just the proof card?
This one sold July 30th for $75.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Wow.
$150.
So, Mario, do you know what the rarest TVC figure is right now to find?
The rarest TVC?
Yeah, I always heard the rocket firing boba, the prototype. Was,
I will never forget
No.
in a Facebook group. Some dude said that he had the original prototype, and he's like, "Yeah, I got it at a garage sale." And literally everyone in the group was like, "No, you did not."
Bullshit.
Dude, that
Yeah,
shit
it
was
doesn't exist.
hilarious.
Isn't there some that are going like for several grand?
Yeah.
Or am I thinking of the?
But those are
before TVC?
vintage.
Those are actual vintage
figures.
pieces,
The
yeah.
vintage collection is not vintage figures.
Oh, okay. I know. There's a difference.
I know when Letty was on, he took us on that tour of his buddy's house, and I know
those were vintage.
Those are
Yeah.
actual vintage. Yeah. Vintage collection. There's some of them. There's a Death Star pack that came out for an SDCC event. It was so it was a giant Death Star, and in them were variants of Return of the Jedi that were actually Revenge of the Jedi figures. So they were still all the same figures that were in this line, but just on Revenge of the Jedi card backs.
Mhm.
There's two of these smaller ones that came out. It's a Salacious Crumb and a Death Star droid. I've seen those things go for like about, now mind you, they're tiny. They're little small
droid?
cards. The mouse droid, exactly. They go for probably $600-700 each.
Wow.
Okay.
So yeah, it's insane. And now that the value for those Revenge of the Jedi figures have also gone up, that set is probably pushing maybe $3,000 or so. I want to say.
Anything Star Wars, you're pretty safe.
So you get it signed.
Sequel,
Not
sequel
anything.
trilogy.
All right.
That's true.
Or the Episode 1 prequels.
I'll just give that a decade or two.
Let's get to our main segment,
Yeah.
setting up a collection room. I wanted to talk about this stuff because Dean's in the process of doing it, Eddie's in the process of doing it, John's in the process of doing it, and Mario, Danny, and myself have done it already. And I think there's a lot of things to consider when you're setting up a collection room. And I just wanted to show a brief history of my collection room. So this is what my office started out as. This is before we moved in. This was the homeowner when they were moving out. They just had a few things in there. And first thing we did was put a desk in there, and I have this big display case, which we purchased shortly after I moved in. There's like a whole drama story about it, like many moons ago on an early episode of Collecting Weekly, but I basically got it for free. For a while there, it was just the display case and the desk. And then slowly we started adding some things. So I added some shelves, and I actually had 2 shelves here, but I took one set down. And then we added the shelves where the Rex is on. So this is kind of like a little bit past that. And on this left side here, I eventually added 2 bookshelves, which are actually the bookshelves that are behind Dean right now. And those were there for a while, and I loved them. They were really awesome, but they made the room feel really claustrophobic because you couldn't see like half the room when you were on this side because you couldn't see through the bookshelves. And so I upgraded those to D-tops to give me a little bit more space too, because my fat ass is not takes up too much space in this tiny little office. And that's kind of where where the collection upgrades have stopped. But for me, for this room, the first thing I did, there's a big window here, so I put some blackout curtains because, you know, even if you have really good windows that block a lot of UV, you know, sun damage is a real thing to consider. And this room gets a ton of sun during the day. And probably the biggest tip that I can give, too, make sure you have a really nice closet space. So this office right here has a really, really nice closet. I put all my statue boxes, figure boxes in there. And then having display cases that are, I don't want to say modular, but that are flexible with what you can put in them. That's the only thing I really don't like about the D-tops is to buy extra shelves or to like change the height of the shelves. It's kind of a pain in the butt.
Yes.
Whereas like with these bookshelf style cases, you just take a few studs out and plop new ones in, and you can raise or lower to fit almost any display size. And you know, I don't have like the craziest collection room, but you know, finding good lighting. We have a few tutorials on our YouTube channel of setting up different LED strips for collectibles, and definitely buying extras when you can, because a lot of times some of these lightings, they'll go out of stock or the company will stop making them, and it's a huge pain in the ass to track things down when that happens. But yeah, that's kind of been my journey in setting up my collecting room. I think this room, I've been here for 3 years, I think. and it's obviously changed quite a bit in that time. But I'm pretty happy with it now. I think, we've talked about it a few times, with space is obviously now the most limiting factor with what I can purchase. And it's a good problem to have, but boy, does it suck when you're having to like completely rearrange your whole collection to add like one new piece, and then you're doing it all again a few months later. So definitely consider those things if you're setting up a collection room. And Dean, tell us how your new living space is coming along, and some challenges that you're working towards.
Yeah, I'm still kind of trying to figure out how to, because I have 5 Detolfs, and I'm really trying to figure out, because that's a lot of space, And I'm trying to figure out if I want to put them along my wall, or maybe put them like out, like into my living space, because it's really just one big room.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
That way I could display figures facing both directions.
Yeah. Or you could see them from either side too. There's a
yeah,
dude on,
exactly.
There's a dude on YouTube called Collectible Kingdom, and he's got like a really small room. Like it's definitely nowhere near the size of yours, but it's long like that. And he has 2 or 3, I think, down the middle to separate like his office space from like the little gaming theater area he has.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking about doing.
Yeah, it looks cool like that.
But yeah, I still need to move most of my collection over here. This was a temporary setup, so now I gotta fucking put all these in a box and take them to my other room too, and figure out what the fuck is going where. It's a huge undertaking. So
yeah,
I'm super excited. I've always loved seeing like Mario's collection, which we'll see in a second. And taking inspiration from other collectors, and so post your collections on Ox, and let's get some what do you call it? Some motivation and some
inspiration.
I know what you're thinking.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Now for my collection, I mean, I started off like most collectors with just with the Detolfs. I initially had 1 or 2 of them. Just had them in like a little corner that was kind of close by to a walkway from my living room to my kitchen. Really small area. And as the collection grew, so the area where I have it right now is along the wall where you see the Maji cases. What I originally wanted to do was, like Dean, I wanted to have like 5 setups. But the problem is that these cases aren't really, or the Detolfs, they're really not too flexible, as some of these figures get larger and you don't have as much display space as you really want. So when I was first introduced to the Maji cases, I love the idea of the space, but I even love the idea that the fact that they're actual, what Zach said, they're modular. They're made to grow with your collection. They're expensive. They take a long time to deliver. They're a pain in the ass to put together, but the end result is fantastic, and I'm personally glad that I did this, especially right now, because now that I'm starting to collect statues now, I need to find display space for that also. So these figures that I have, the new troopers that I just picked up recently, I don't have any room right now to display the new ones unless I take out my Mythos statues that I have that you see here in the Maji cases. So I was talking to Eddie, and I noticed that some collectors are using some of the Home Depot garage shelving, the Gladiator shelving, and I'm thinking of doing that, just as kind of as a temporary type of thing until I figure out what kind of Maji cases that I do want to get for my statue display, because I am considering larger pieces now, going into 1/3, going into Prime 1. I'm looking at, so they're a lot bigger pieces than the 2 Mythos statues that I have right here are 5th scale. I'm looking at a 1/4 scale, looking at a 3rd scale. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll go half scale, 1-to-1 bust, and this and that. I can see myself going down that route maybe someday. But one of the things to consider is that you always have to have a vision on how you want to display your collection, and then you have to realize what it's going to take to have that vision come to fruition. Sean Yassi mentioned earlier that he loves that we're talking about this because he's still building his cases as he's watching us, and he bought a bunch of Maji cases, and they're gonna look fantastic in his setup. So with with a collector with such a large collection, I feel the Maji cases are a must, or one of the better options that are out there. So if you guys can actually afford it,
yeah,
I would say absolutely go for it. Go for the Maji cases. They're well worth the time. Danny can probably attest to it too because he's got a setup in his behind them also. I also have another set coming for Maji cases, so my collection will be growing even. Well, I'll be able to display everything that I don't have on display right now, which I'm really looking forward to because I've got so much that I just want to put out there, and just not having display space to do it, it's kind of irritating. But yeah, that's me. And here's my setup.
With Maji cases, Mario, you said they're good for growing with your collection, and when you had originally ordered them, you were a Hot Toys primarily collector.
Right.
Do you feel that people who are getting into Maji case, maybe they should order, because you got what are these, DFs or?
So these are
scale?
okay. So, yeah, so these are the 6 scale cases, and yeah, I know where you're going with this, and well, I don't regret my decision. I think it's a good idea to consider future-proofing your display cases too. Considering how expensive these are, and if your collection evolves, you don't want to be stuck in such a limited space. And also too, some of these figures, even with Hot Toys alone, they get kind of tall. The Thanos one, the Hulk Buster. So there's some, the Hulk itself. There's some that are pretty tall. And I do kind of wish that I did invest in the DFs, which are the taller ones. They're a little bit deeper, and yeah, you can make them look really nice with a custom shelf and everything. I wish I would have done that. Although I don't regret the decision that I made. If I could do it over again, I would probably rebuild with DFs, even for 6 scale only too, just because of how much more room that I have to display everything.
I never see people getting rid of Maji cases, but I gotta imagine it's not that hard. Like if you did decide like I want Max series or I want DFs or whatever, I gotta imagine like you could get on Facebook Marketplace or whatever and just say, hey, I got some Maji cases, like give me this much, come take them off my hands, and they'd be easy to like get rid of, I don't think they'd be that hard.
Probably in the BST groups, the 6 scale groups.
Yeah, but with the BST groups, you got to consider shipping, and these things are rather large.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I think local is probably the best.
Yeah, local will be the best.
Taking these apart is probably not going to be easy.
When I sold my DTOFs, they went so fast. As soon as I put them up, I got like message after message. Hey, these available, and
yeah. Well, right now, especially,
it's amazing. Yeah, it's crazy how the DTOFs sell out so freaking quick.
Were you selling them at retail or a little bit below retail?
A little bit below with the lights. I wanted them gone. So, and yeah, dude, I was getting hit up left and right for them. But no,
James says, what is the wait time on the Maji cases?
When I first got them, it was a solid 12 months. From what I understand, they've since improved.
That's too
I believe
long.
they're
That's
about 6.
Yeah, I think online
6 or 7 months.
I think online they say 6 to 7.
But that was during COVID.
Yeah,
A month is too long.
But I think normally it's 6 months.
It's worth it though, man.
I need
it's
my
worth
shit displayed.
Yeah, well, hold on to your details until
from Sideshow.
Hold on to your details until they come.
I think the Sideshow ones they come within a month.
Yeah, a couple months. I think the ones on Sideshow right now are October release. I think September.
Yeah, but you're stuck in the on the smaller ones. You're not going to get the variety that you can get directly from Maji cases. And also these are customizable as far as if you need them in a certain height, you can do that. If you need them in a certain depth, certain size that that's outside with whatever they advertise, you can completely do that. The owner of this company is completely makes himself available, for his customers to draw out whatever kind of plans or ideas of how you want your collection to look, given the space that you have. So yeah, Brian over there is great to deal with too.
With them, is it glass or acrylic?
They're acrylic. When I first got them, the acrylic it attracts dust like hard, man. I have to like dust these things like crazy, but it doesn't. They're not that glossy either. So I mean, taking a look at this picture here, I have the acrylic paint on, and you really can't see any reflections off of it, so they look great.
Acrylic has a much higher clarity than glass.
Right.
But I believe it's more scratch. It's not as scratch resistant as glass.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something to be careful with.
James is asking how tall are the DF60s? The DF60s, I think they're, Danny, what are they, 22 inches or 25?
I think it's
60
about
centimeters.
25.
Right?
As far as the height, yeah, 25 inches high.
I think it might be a little lower.
Yeah, I'll have to double check on that. But it's around there, James.
Yeah, so
sorry, I can't do the conversion to metric.
This is my collection. I recently moved to an apartment, so I got a much smaller space. But I wanted to show off mine, even though it's nowhere near done, and I'm still working on ideas with it. But I wanted to show it off because I'm a very finicky collector, and like with displaying and collecting, I'm always changing what direction I want to go in and all sorts of stuff. So I wanted to show it just in case anybody else out there, like, I know people don't like to show their collection before it's done, but I thought I'd do it, who cares, right?
Trendsetter.
But I went with the double Billy display option that Steve from Rogue 16 has. I always thought that was a cool display option. I love Maji cases, but I didn't ever want to wait. I think they are the best display option out there, but I don't want to wait, and they are expensive, and so I decided to go with this route, and I do like it a lot. I still have, this is not complete. There are other things you got to do, like you got to cover up the space on the bottom. I need glass shelves instead of the normal shelves that they come with, and then I also need the doors, but all of that stuff is sold out at IKEA right now. I have 3 IKEAs within an hour of me, and all of them are sold out of glass doors, glass shelving. So I can't really finish them until I get that stuff. But I think they work really well. I got 3 for this space, and I should have measured because 3 don't even fit there. I would have to get the half. Yeah, I would have to get the half one, and that would work. So I was considering that. But it works really well. They're 22 inches deep when you do it this way, so you can fit quarter scale pieces, no problem. Like that Ahsoka is a super deep statue, and it fits on there easy. And then I kind of like that they're the double Billies, because then you could do how I have the Cody down there, and you could do a half shelf with smaller figures behind him, or you could do double and then double them up. So it's a really good option if you don't want to do Maji cases or any of that other stuff. But it does require work. You have to drill. Basically, you drill the 2 Billies together. I did it on the bottom, and like underneath the top of the Billy and underneath the bottom of them, there's 3 separate brackets with drills in them to hold them together. But I think they look pretty good. You can also do it with the double Billies, like the full height ones, either the half ones. I think I probably should have done it with the doubles, just because I'm renting, so I don't want to put wall shelves on my wall and make a bunch of holes. But it's a good option, And then on the side here, I have a bunch of posters and stuff I need to hang up, and it's my magnet board for all my collecting weekly magnets. But it's a work in progress, and I'm still deciding what I want to do, but I just thought that I'd show it off for, people that are trying to get ideas or things like that. But I definitely think, actually, recently I've been considering going into Maji cases like Mario, and I think I would go with the Max series. I think in this area, I want to do a bunch of Max series and just put my statues in there, because I think going forward, I'm going to focus heavily on statues, just because I think that's where I'm at in my my collection moving forward. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Go ahead, Mario.
No, I'm sorry, real quick, I wanted to show, I think it was Alvin that was asking about the cable management for some of the Maji cases. I just took a couple pictures, and they give you these little plastic covers to kind of hide the wire. So this one is a little wire that routes out to the back case, and you can run the wire along the rail here in the in the back here. So this is, and they also give you other covers to kind of hide, to fill in this little gap that's here. So that's how you deal with cable management, and I think it comes out great. You really don't notice it.
You can also hide them in the. Did you say that you can hide them in the rails? I don't know.
I hid mine. Yeah. I hid mine in the rails, like I just showed you. But they also have a little hole in the back where you route them out from the back. So like I have mine going along down the rails, put these little caps on there so they all stay in place, and it just routes out the back.
Yeah, dude. I think everything about a Maji case is cool. I love them. I really think it's the best way to do it. I just think, there's two things to consider is price and wait time. And I think the wait time is getting better. And I think the price, you kind of just got to you got to do it, right? Everybody says you got to.
Exactly.
You invest in your collection, invest in the way to display it. And I 100% agree because it just doesn't. Exactly. It's just not as fun when they're in boxes. And I got a bunch of stuff in boxes. And then not to mention, it may be hard to put them together, but once you get them, you get you have lights, you have, everything's set up. You don't got to worry about adding doors to it. Like I have to add doors, and this is the other side of my collection. By the way, I don't really have a collection room anymore. I have corners now. So this is the living room, and this is where my desk was when I was streaming when we first moved into the apartment. But this is all my Hot Toys and some other statues and stuff like that I still need to display out, but I might end up moving my desk back here once I have that other area set up, so that way I could have the collection behind me when we're streaming. But I just wanted to show it off, But like I was saying, it's real pain in the ass. That's what I've noticed, because I said I'm finicky, so I've done a lot of all of the other options. I've had D12s, I've had the garage shelving. Now I'm doing the Billy things, and the only thing that I hate about everything is you have to do these things to make them perfect. So you have to add lighting.
Yeah.
With the garage shelving, you have to add some kind of wrap to the shelves, or else it's just the wood. So you either got to get nicer wood and stain it. You got to wrap it with cloth if you want that velvety look, or you got to lay down some sheet paper to cover it. So Maji case is really the only thing I think that it's all there. You may have to build it, but at least it comes with everything.
Alvin J says, has anyone looked into custom made storage other than Maji cases? What a guy. Super chat too. I've looked into custom made furniture, but honestly the prices are so high. Wood is just so expensive right now. I've considered it, but I've never actually pulled the trigger on it. I tried doing garage shelves once. Big part of setting up a collection room, measuring. I assumed everything would fit. We actually have a video on the joy of hobbying. Dean and I spent all day setting this shelf up, and then once we finally put it together, it was 3 inches too big for the space, and I ended up giving them to Victoria for her.
I figured it out way before he did. I was like, this isn't gonna work.
There was so many things wrong with the idea. I think it could have worked if we moved it to this side, but I was so it was very impulsive, the whole thing. Yeah. But we got some great content out of it, and that's all that matters. Dan, this is your Maji case set up here, so tell us about it.
Yeah, I went with Maji case. When I was deciding, I guess, because this is my office, so I'm here, especially during COVID, I'm here a lot doing work. So dust is a big factor. Even without COVID, I'm in here a lot. So I wanted to get something that's going to be dust proof, especially for 1/6 figures with cloth and that type of material. Like robots and statues, it's a little easier to clean the dust off, but for 1/6 I find it a little harder. So I wanted to make sure they're encased and dust wouldn't be a problem. And I'm lazy. I don't dust. I dust every 5 months, if that. So Maji case was
behind glass.
I opened up the case. I opened up the glass for this.
The what?
The what?
You opened up the gates. The gates of Mordor.
But also another thing was I like the panoramic wide view, so I like wider displays.
Yeah.
So I think people need to kind of decide what they want. where if they want to, like the cube look for only displaying single, showing single figures or a few, or if they like displaying a bunch.
Danny, how did you decide what were going to be the longer ones and then what were going to be the like higher vertical ones with the movable shelf? And like, because that, when I'm looking at Maji Case, that's what I have a hard time deciding. Like, do I want just 2 rows of the long, or do I want the movable shelves? And how did you end up deciding that?
This is how I was going into it, because I think for the right side, it's the 6 series 110.
Yeah.
So it's like 110 millimeters, I think.
Yeah.
So I should have went for the long. Which ones do you have, Mario? The 160s?
I have the 165. I have 2 165s and 198. I've got 2 more the exact same coming, along with I think a DF something.
I think I should have went 165s because it's longer and you can put more. So I didn't think that far ahead. So I think whatever you plan on getting, I think you need to almost double that. Yeah, seriously,
as long as it fits in your measurement area.
You gotta combine. You gotta think future. Because right now, like I said, I don't mind waiting a week to open that new figure because I have no display space.
Yeah.
So.
Right. But,
you have
like I mentioned earlier, what's good about these Maji cases? I mean, if Danny's running out of space, I don't think he has enough room. But on either side, you can add more if he needs it. You know, if he moves this out to another room where he has more space, he's got more that he can add on to it, which is great. That's what I really love the most about this company, is that they're actually modular.
So if anything, if you're just planning on going for what you have right now, stop it and go double, because you gotta factor in what you're getting in later.
Smart.
Unless
Chris says good information, helpful stream today. Good shit. What a guy.
Thanks, Chris.
But I kind of messed up because I just thought about what I had. So now I'm thinking I got to get 2 sets of 2 towers of DFs. So I'm going to take out all my statues and just focus my setup right now and as 1/6 only.
When you guys were getting Maji Case, did you immediately go to the site and like figure out what you wanted and order from there, or did you message Brian, both of you, even if you weren't getting custom stuff, and ask him what was the best idea? Like, what did you guys do?
For me, I just went off, like I counted individual figures. I factored in my like for the left side, they're the 698 series. Yeah. So you can adjust the middle shelf.
Yeah.
Because I have a Tauntaun, so I had to adjust that and a few statues.
Yeah.
But now I'm planning on getting rid of those statues into new cases. So I'll lower some. I think the bottom shelves I'll lower, but the top one I'll still keep.
Yeah.
And so I factored in those. Like, if you have like a Hulkbuster, it's not going to fit in the regular case for 698.
Yeah.
Or the 6 series, I mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I think that's only 16 inches or 17 inches tall.
Yeah. They're like 16, I think. Or
the 6 series.
The 6 series, yeah.
I think they're like 16 or 17. Something like that.
I think they're like 18 or 19, dude.
Because the Hulk...
Inside, though.
The Avengers Hulk?
Yeah.
I have to bend the knees. It barely can fit.
Bend the knee, huh?
Yeah, no, Eddie, when I ordered them, I went ahead and took measurements of the display space that I had. And I really didn't think about customizing because I was interested in the 6 series that was coming out, and I didn't even think about future-proofing anything. So what I wanted to do was just wanted to get what I already have on display as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So I measured my space, and I looked at my best options for me, and that's how I ended up with what I have, the 2 165s and the 698. I got the 698 because my plan was to originally have, because I had the I had the Hulkbuster from Infinity War, and they weren't gonna fit. They weren't gonna fit in the 6 scale, and I didn't want to do the DS because I thought the DS were too large. So that's why I went with the 698, and just to put it in there along with the shelf, and just display some figures on top of that shelf, on top of or above the Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
But now that that's
Yeah, that
that
went out the
plan
window.
is gone now. So yeah, but I wanted to get the widest case because I personally don't like to see too many breaks in the case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So all the different lines that kind of break up the width of the case.
But Eddie,
That's just me personally.
you were asking
That's why I
about
went
like
to 65s.
how we think of what we're thinking about. So like right now for statues, like I held off buying which cases I wanted because I'm waiting on the dimensions on certain statues. So now that I know
Yeah.
Archangel's out, they gave you the dimensions, and it's like a 30-inch height. So I need to make sure. So I'm gonna have to go with like a
Max.
hybrid between the DF and the Max.
Yeah, and maybe a
Yeah.
custom one.
So I'm going custom. So I had to wait.
I got one more question for you guys about Maji cases, and then we can stop talking about them.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You know what?
I'm just kidding.
The power supply for the lights. Did you guys do that extra power supply option, or did you just go with the lights?
I did the extra. I did
Do
the extra
you need
because you
it?
can, huh?
Was it worth it? Because I've heard someone say you don't need it.
You don't need it if you're only gonna have a couple cases, but if you plan on stacking like 4 to 6 cases, you can split the power source using that one power supply.
Okay. Okay.
So
If anything,
you
you
can use essentially you can use one power supply to power up all the like 6 cases or so.
You can ask Brian too. Message him and he'll tell you what you need. Like
okay.
what you plan
You
on
guys
doing.
message him on Facebook or on?
Yeah. Just message him on the Maji case.
Through Messenger?
Yeah, just a normal guy.
Yeah.
Dude, he answers.
Yeah.
I mean, he might not because of the time difference, but he will answer.
Does anybody know a good thing to put detolfs on top of?
Bestus.
Supposedly you can use Besta, but the weight limit.
Kylax also.
Yeah, the Calyx. The weight limit
Also-
supposedly isn't supposed to support a detolf. So, but I don't think I've ever heard of anyone that had it break.
There's some
like,
TV units at IKEA that I use, Dean, that can fit 2 detolfs on them, and then they're a little larger, so you can have a shelf in the middle or take the shelf out and use it for more display option. I'll get the name of them and I'll send them to you, but they look really good and they come in like, the normal IKEA option colors, and
Yeah.
I just forgot the name of their TV units, but that's what I was using with mine.
There's even like really good display options like at Walmart, like these Better Home and Garden cubes. A lot of statue collectors use them because you can use them in the 4x4 cube configuration, which is what I had them in for the longest time. And then I took out the center divider, so it's just that one shelf in the middle, and that's how that one is over there, and it works great for like a bigger display. But I ran out of statue space in my main display, and I popped out both shelves, and this is perfectly stable without those inner shelves. And I have room for, I think it's like a 25, 30-inch tall statue in there. So, and those are like $30 at Walmart. You can get them, any day of the week if you don't want to wait too long, and just slap some LEDs in there, and they're good to go. So, I mean, there's definitely
we all had our own discussion and everything, but we totally forgot about John. And John is the one that's actually going to be in the middle of moving his display to a different area in his basement.
Oh, that's right.
I mean,
he's totally shifting his collection.
So, John, do you have furniture planned for that, or are you just going to basically move all the detofs to the
No,
the
so
new area?
I don't want to bring. So the basement right now is unfinished, so it's like bare bones. So for now, I'm just gonna bring everything down, not in the details. I'm gonna make like a sort of like a little room out of some heavy duty material and so forth. But when it comes to details, I don't want to bring them to the basement just because it's colder down there, and I can already hear some days when I'm streaming in here and it gets hot. I can already hear the glass popping here and there. So I don't want to.
Popping?
Yeah, like you can hear it.
Or settling.
No, it's not really settling because these things are, God knows how old. You can hear
Can you
them
imagine
crack.
if a detof exploded in the middle of a stream? That'd be wild.
We're on stream and all of a sudden it just shatters.
Dude.
So are you going to get rid of those detofs,
Yeah.
or you're going to...
So I have 12 detolfs that I'm planning to sell. And,
12?
12,
Damn.
yeah.
Boy, vey. That's my sugar now.
Holy Mac.
So I'm gonna try to get rid of these, and I
Holy Mac.
kind of want to use something solid, like a solid wood,
Now's not the time for solid wood, dude.
With glass enclosures.
I bet she wants some solid wood.
Wow. She got solid wood. That's why John is in his situation.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
That was good.
Can we talk about that actually?
With
Yeah,
glass.
we're doing the gender reveal.
What kind of a segue?
Wait, is he done with his collection?
Of course I wasn't, but that's okay. We'll just move
Go
on.
ahead,
No, I'm
John.
kidding.
Christ,
There's nothing really to
There's
say.
no
I'm
potatoes
just
on the
I'm
bone.
literally boxing everything now, like everything, hot toys, statues, everything, and just gonna bring them
unbox
down.
everything in 10 years.
Yeah, and then slowly kind of unbox everything and redo it slowly because I got so much shit to do. It's nuts. But yeah, what do you guys want to know?
What's the over-under on whether Canada will make it to the moon before John unboxes his figures again? Taking bets.
John, what I want to know is that while you're packing some of your stuff up, do you think you'll consider selling anything, or you just want to like?
No,
keep everything
I think now I wouldn't sell anything.
still? Even with
now?
the new edition.
Yeah, I've thought of it. Like I don't think now limiting the purchasing, yeah, but selling. The only statue that's
What
out
about
there
giving
right.
to a friend?
No, I'm not. We're not that generous over here.
Wow.
I heard that Canadians
James
are
says,
so
John, we
nice.
can unbox all our stuff next
Jesus.
summer together.
Oh, that'd be so sweet.
But there's only one statue out right now where I would consider selling some stuff, and that's the
$5 on the moon.
is the Gandalf, the Prime 1 Gandalf with
the Balrog.
Yeah,
The Balrog?
I'm really considering that. Especially
So
now
jealous.
I've started listening to the
Dude, put that on
thanks
top
to you
of the
guys the
detail.
audiobooks while I'm at work, and yeah, I really want it, but we'll see. It's not my priority right now. But yeah,
I
that's
just
the
wanna
whole
take
idea.
A tiny
John, what is your
segue.
priority right now?
My priority right now is to move all this shit from up here to the basement,
So,
set up the
you-
streaming area down
What's
there.
your other? What's your?
You set them up
What
and
do you
you
consider?
Yeah, I know.
No,
Missed
I- I-
the
What do you
alley.
consider your other higher priorities?
No, we have
than
of
that?
course the baby coming, so getting the nursery started, and oh my
How's
God.
that coming along?
I haven't started anything yet. I have to clear this room out completely before I do anything.
So
So
where
I
would
have
you
a- I
have-
stream?
I have
Is
3
that
bedrooms.
room going to become the baby room?
No, so I have 3 bedrooms. I have my bedroom, and then I have a spare bedroom for when people come over to sleep over, like a guest room, and then this room. The guest room, I'm moving into this room, and then because the guest room is big and it has like a lot of natural light and everything, we're gonna make that the nursery. So I gotta kind of transition everything, paint. It's gonna be
So
a shit
You're
show.
gonna make.
let
you're gonna
me
make the
ask you about the
guest-
nursery real quick. What colors of the
Yeah.
wall do you plan on?
Do you want
painting
to
the
tell us
nursery?
the gender
Yeah,
of
if
what
you
we're
want to know
trying
the
to get
gender,
to?
so I had the gender reveal on this past week. I thought I put
How
it
did
in
that
the
go?
Patreon chat. It was
Glad to see the
fun.
house didn't burn down.
Yeah, no forest fires over here. It was good. It was fun. It was. I don't know. I this whole time I thought it was a boy. Like my fiance even had a dream. She's like, I had a dream I was at the mall and I was holding a boy with blonde hair and this and that, and I'm like, okay.
Blonde hair.
Blonde hair. Wow.
Better have
And
the
then-
greasy black hair.
Well,
DNA.
Wow, how dare you.
she has blonde hair, so I don't know. But
Oh, okay.
she I'm like, and then the day came for the gender reveal, and it's like something told me like it's a girl. I don't know what it was, but it's just. And then so we did the whole gender reveal, and then it turns out it's a boy.
Wow.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Is he going to be John Jr.?
Johnny Jr. Yep.
Really? That's the name?
No, we don't know the name yet. We're kind of going back and forth.
Dean is a good one.
Zach.
Want to
Dean
throw
is a
out?
good option.
Want to throw out some of the options or no?
I don't know. We were thinking like Obi Wan,
Bartholomew?
Gadino.
Gimli?
Obi.
Wait, you're going to name the kid Godino? Godino?
Obi Wan and Gadino. No double.
What about Dino Godino?
That's not bad.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
not good
good.
either.
What about Pinot
It's
Godino?
pretty good.
I said if it was a girl, I'd name her Leia, but
Might I suggest the name Donald? It's one of the most beautiful names. It really is, truly.
no, we were going through some names like Levi.
Levi. I will laugh
No,
at you
don't
if you
do
name a kid
Levi.
No.
Dude,
I'll send you some
Attack on
Levi
Titan
jeans.
sucks.
What'd you say?
What other names are you thinking of?
That's why I don't want to say the names because you guys are asswipes.
What?
I said
How dare
Attack
you?
on Titan sucks. I'm on your side.
But anyways, I'm not a big fan of Levi, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. James, it's end of the year, James.
Dude, you
When,
got to give him a
she's
powerful name.
Yeah,
that.
like Caligula.
What?
Or
like Magnus or something.
I did not know this was a thing. This is sick.
Dude, this just dropped earlier today. Like
Idris Elba is Knuckles in Sonic 2. He will show you the way, and I'm excited about that.
Dude,
Sonic
me too.
1 memed incessantly upon
John,
its
could you-
initial. John, Danny, shut the fuck up.
No, I gotta say this. John, you gotta remember to clip fucking Zach's camera falling.
How dare you? I hit the ring light. And
it was
knocked
like a
it
minute ago.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, Dan's never being invited back.
Sorry.
Idris Elba, Knuckles in Sonic 2. First film memed incessantly. They revamped the CGI from the ground up. Made, honestly, one of my favorite movies.
It's so good.
Favorite video game movies. And I'm so excited to have Idris Elba as Knuckles in Sonic 2. Blew me away.
Wait.
Yeah, let's stop the show for this for a second.
Yeah. Can we shout out James real quick? Also
Damn,
for
James,
his
congratulations,
January
man.
22nd.
Wow.
Dude. Congrats, bro.
Jeez. That's awesome.
That's awesome, man.
James, might I suggest the name Zach?
Jesus.
They actually called each other and had. Well, never mind.
Yeah, I know. Wow.
There's too many Zachs in the world already.
Well,
That's true. There's Zach Spencer, Zach DeHoya, Zach Guevara.
Levi.
Let the ones that are out there start providing to the community, then we'll start bringing other ones in. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
John, one more fucking pip out of you
Oh
today.
my God.
Dean, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so Idris Elba actually posted this to his personal Instagram, which is how I figured it out. You had already dug up some stuff for the show sheet. I missed it.
Idris Elba.
Very cool. I didn't know he was going to do the voice either. I heard people were saying it was supposed to be like The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
God.
Now, I knew Knuckles was in the movie. I think we covered it a few weeks ago with the set photos. There's like Knuckles doll.
Yeah.
So we knew he was in the movie, but we didn't know who was doing the voice. So for it to be Idris is like, holy shit, that's going to be so interesting. Because like in my head, it doesn't work, but
I know.
I didn't
have an accent.
right? Because Idris, he's an older guy, and Knuckles is, maybe like, I mean, in terms of Sonic, like 18. So I'm just
Hedgehog
really
years, or
well, like if let's just say in the last movie, Sonic was like 15 years old. Knuckles is a little older than Sonic.
he's gonna have that dark raspy voice that he has, like that beautiful. But it's like it's gonna be like when Kanan showed up in Bad Batch, and he has like the voice of like a 45-year-old man, and he's supposed to be like 16. Hopefully it's not off-putting like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like you said, the last Sonic movie was such a
banger.
Like, for how much everyone was expecting it to be awful and fail and be like hilariously bad, it was amazingly good. I think anybody that watches this movie can find something about it to like. So the fact that there's a sequel, the fact that we get Knuckles, and the fact that it's Idris, all have been like very welcome news. So I'm excited, super excited.
Yeah. I'm Knuckles is my favorite character in the Sonic universe, so I was super excited to see or hear them tease him at the end. And I can't wait. I love Idris as an actor too, so that's a perfect tie-in for me. So I'm excited to see this. When Sonic the first movie came out, I was really hoping Hot Toys would do a Sonic figure, because they do the posters and everything. And I was like, oh, dude, maybe they're gonna do a Sonic figure. That would be sick. They never did it, but maybe if the second movie does really well, maybe we'll get some Sonic figures, and then maybe we could even get a Knuckles. That would be dope. But if you guys, one thing I really loved in the first one.
Nothing. Go.
One thing I really liked in the first movie was Jim Carrey was very Jim Carrey again.
Yeah.
In the first
Thank
movie.
God. I'm tired of that motherfucker on Twitter.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I was a little worried about Jim Carrey as Eggman, but like after watching it, I was like, oh, it's like fuck, it's pure genius. Like,
yeah, he did really well.
I don't know if anybody else could have done better, honestly.
I don't think so.
Oh, my sister said Jason Momoa was on the short list for voice acting for Knuckles. That kind of made a little more sense. Because Knuckles is kind of an idiot, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What are you saying about Momoa?
He's like
Momoa's very playful. He's very charismatic. He's, kind of goofy.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I would have liked
Idris
that
is
too.
not. He's very... Wait, what did you say, Eddie?
I said, now I'm thinking about it, I would have liked that too a lot. Momoa would have been a good one too.
But I'm excited to see how Idris does, because like when I think of Idris Elba, I think of like when he's in the office, how he's like very different than every other character in that whole show, where he's like really just about doing his work and like getting the job done and like doesn't really care for games. Like that's how I picture him like in life.
I hated him for years after that. Those few episodes.
Yeah, dude, he was such a downer in that show. But so I'm I'm super excited.
Yeah, John, what do you think?
Do we know? Sorry, I was gonna say, do we know who's voicing Tails?
He already has a voice actor.
Tails is.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Tails is a male.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. His name is Miles.
My childhood is a lie.
Wow, you thought Tails was a girl?
I thought Tails was a girl.
I forgot.
I don't think she.
Oh, it's a girl.
They've been cast. It's Colleen O'Shaughnessy.
It is a girl. See.
But no, a girl can voice a boy character. A lot of girls.
Yeah, Rugrats.
Because Tails is like a little kid. He's a child. Like Bart Simpson is voiced by a woman.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't watch the first movie. The only exposure I had to Sonic was the Sega game back in the day.
Me too.
Which was fun, but he's a great Alba. He's a great Alba. Oh my god!
Say Sega again.
Sega.
Thank you.
Clip it. Clip that shit.
Someone edit that to the Sega ring.
Wow.
Manny, where you at?
No, it was a fun game. I had a blast. Movie wise, maybe I'll catch up on the first one. Look, if Idris is touching it, then you know there's potential.
Idris, what is he touching?
He's touching
Idris Elbus.
He's touching Knuckles up and down.
Yes, sir. He's touching this franchise, so I'm sure it's gonna be a hit. We'll see. We'll check it out. What do you think, Mario?
I'm like you, dude. I didn't see the movie, so I have no context. I didn't care to see it, dude. Why am I gonna go out and see a Sonic movie, dude?
What do you think?
That's Mario. Mario's going through
no. Sonic. Go fuck yourself, dude.
How dare you?
Snipers.
Dude, no, man. I mean, did I grow up with Sonic?
Mario
No,
was in college when
really...
the Sega came out.
Oh Jesus!
You know what? No, enough of that. So,
how dare you?
Manny's here.
Mario is still playing
Pong.
Yeah, he's here. What a guy.
Did someone summon me? That's amazing.
Yes.
Like
no,
Batman.
I mean, you know what? Yeah, like I didn't watch it. I don't care for Sonic, but Idris Elba, sign me up, dude. I think he's a fantastic actor. He's done great work. I have yet to. Well, shit, I'm about to admit this. What's that HBO series, The Wire, that everybody loves?
Oh my god!
I still haven't seen that yet,
never
bro.
seen it.
I never seen it.
Oh, you guys have. If you love Idris, watch The Wire.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, no.
Yes, yes.
Is he like a main character?
Idris is a badass
Yes,
actor, dude.
he's one of the main characters throughout the whole thing too. His whole story arc is amazing.
It's on HBO?
Yeah.
Okay, Eddie, I'm going to start it. Cause
Yeah.
Don't agree.
The
with
first
that.
season is the best season. A lot of people don't like the other seasons as much, but yeah, if you're an Idris fan, definitely watch The Wire.
Is this an accurate comment? The Wire is
Yes.
one of the best shows.
From
of all
what I
time.
hear.
Yes, it is.
Really?
And Badfish says The Wire is the best show in TV history. Wow.
That's
Oh,
high
man.
I
praise.
don't know about that.
I mean, Parks and Rec is
Trailer Park
probably
Boys is
better.
pretty
I
good.
like
Parks
Sesame
and
Street.
Rec, though, yeah, I don't know. Parks and Rec doesn't get enough love, I don't think. Parks and Rec.
Everyone
is better
always
than
says The Office, and I'm like,
No
guys,
way.
the second Michael leaves, The Office drops off.
Spoilers.
Parks is a banger.
What the
I haven't
fuck?
seen Bofa.
What a spoiler.
Wow, Danny.
Dude, John,
John,
that's on
or
you,
Danny, I
bro.
thought you watched The Office.
No, I haven't. I just watched Breaking Bad.
That's right. That's what we're talking
I
about.
haven't even watched that.
But yeah, no, I
Oh
gotta.
my
I'll make
God.
time to watch The Wire. Maybe we'll do that for TV show of the month.
No,
To
how
The
dare
Wire
you?
or something
TV
like
show of the month.
Alien.
Wait, you
Yeah,
skipped
maybe
me for Sonic.
In-and-outs. Oh my god.
Oh,
that. Dare you?
You
Go
know
ahead,
what?
Dan.
I have not watched the first one
Oh my god.
either, but I love the. I remember I love the Sega game.
That's not how you do it. It's
Oh, sorry.
Sega.
Do it, John. But you know what, guys? I want to watch it because you guys are excited for it.
What a fucking guy.
All right, Danny.
What a
That
fucking guy.
kindness doesn't get you anywhere. All right, let's go.
Jesus.
Well, Alien was our
dare
movie
you.
of the week from
And he's
Eddie.
your number one fan.
In deep space, the crew of the commercial starship Nostromo is awakened from their cryosleep capsules halfway through their journey home to investigate a distress call from an alien vessel. The terror begins when the crew encounters a nest of eggs inside the alien ship. An organism from inside an egg leaps out and attaches itself to one of the crew, causing him to fall into a coma. I fucking love this movie.
Dude,
It is
really?
It's a slow burn, right? You're not. I know John was kind of complaining about the pace of it a bit, but it really is.
It's a horror movie.
suspense. It's a suspense
Exactly.
horror. It's a slow burn. It's a thriller. It is one of the greatest films of all time. Spawned one of the greatest franchises of all time. Aliens is a great film. Crossed over with AVP. Man, this movie is fantastic. Sigourney Weaver. I'm glad that we had 2 Sigourney Weaver movies back to back. I'm not complaining about that. Also,
Say it, Dean.
isn't Bilbo in this?
Yeah, Bilbo's in this.
Yeah, Bilbo's in this.
I
Is going to
was
be in
so
next week's
surprised.
movie.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that made me happy. I was like, is that motherfucking Bilbo? Had to go.
Motherfucking robot Bilbo.
Wow.
Spoilers. Jeez.
Did you not watch?
You should have watched the fucking movie.
Of course I watched it. What's the matter with you? But for the people listening, jeez. It was
They
only,
watched
only
it
came
too.
out
They had
in
a whole week.
79. It only came out in 79. Like, jeez.
He's not a robot. He's an android.
Some people may be
Yeah,
waiting to
that
marinate
was
it.
Bilbo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, he's not.
Are you guys
John,
serious? I didn't know that.
he's not a.
The CPU is a neural net processor, a learning computer.
Oh boy.
Where's
I
my
love
flip?
it.
Who threw that flip in Adidas?
Who the fuck threw that motherfucking busted ass goddamn Adidas?
Anyways, I enjoyed this film. I think the Big Chap is a great movie monster. It's a shame that the Hot Toys that were released from this franchise, they all have some weird issues with joints or jaws falling apart. It's a shame because the design is so great. I've considered picking up the NECA quarter scale in the past. Haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, but yeah, Alien, Eddie, great pick for the movie of the week. I give this a 9.5 out of 10. It's a great movie.
What? Oh, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, this movie, like you said, definitely some pacing issues, but I think that's on purpose. Again, it's a horror movie. You're not supposed to be. You're being stalked throughout the movie, so you're not really supposed to be seeing the alien all that much. So the fact that it's kind of slow is almost creepier. I mean, arguably one of the most iconic scenes in film history, the chest burster, right?
Yeah.
The guy gets the face hugger on him, and they're able to take it off, and he kind of goes back to normalcy, and they're all eating breakfast together, and then he starts freaking out, and like just the acting in that scene alone is insane. Like from the guy who's
Supposedly, the other people didn't know that was going to happen.
Yeah, apparently the blood,
Allegedly.
they didn't know all the blood was going to come out, like, for
Yeah.
real. So, like, the shock and horror on their faces, like, legit, because they're like, what the fuck is happening? But, yeah, I mean, that scene alone is so mind-blowingly iconic. The scene where Dallas is in the shaft, and he's being stalked, and... the chick on the microphone is like, it's by you, it's coming right at you, and like you really
behind.
He's like, I don't know, and he gets to the very bottom of the shaft, and he's using his flashlight, and there's like the awful jump scare that like is fucking terrifying because you just don't see it coming. And then obviously, dude, you can't talk about Alien without talking about Jonesy the cat. 200-something-year-old cat, apparently.
Wow.
He goes missing, and one of the guys goes to look for Jonesy. And that's when you get the reveal of the alien. You're like, holy shit, what the fuck is this thing? Again, famously designed H.R. Geiger. What's even the word, dude? That like kind of gothic cathedral-esque fucking. There's really nothing else like it.
The space jockey?
Yeah, dude. Like it's just kind of like, what the fuck am I looking at? It's horrific but beautiful at the same time. I mean, you can't say enough good things about this movie and this franchise. I mean, even like the newer movies, which are prequel movies, you know, they have their issues and their flaws, but they're still very beautiful movies. So, this movie is fucking incredible. And Ripley is a fucking babe, and I want her to suck on my wiener.
Shit, they're like,
wow.
Underwear were half down her ass.
Danny wanted me to say it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, John. Let's hear it.
Okay, so whatever. Maybe I just had a long day at work. I don't know, but look, it was okay. 1979, 8.4 out of 10 IMDb rating. It was a good movie. It's a good alien story. All right, I'll give it that. I just, in some areas, like the beginning when they're in the spaceship and this and that, it was like the movie only started getting interesting 35 minutes in. The movie's only an hour. Sorry, the movie's only an hour and 57 minutes. So you're waiting the first 35 minutes, and then it's like back and forth, back. Once the face hugger attacked Kane, okay, that was pretty cool. And I won't lie, I did go and try to search up the Hot Toys because I like the outfits, the space outfits that they were wearing.
Yeah, I really want to fucking.
Yeah, I was trying to get it back. That'd be nice for them to revisit.
Reissue?
Not reissue. They actually did reissue. I don't know if they reissued the Sigourney. No, it was from another movie with the Power.
It was a remake.
He said revisit, which I agree. I think they need to re-engineer those figures.
Yeah, exactly. But there's a lot of potential there. But it was a good movie. It was, look, 1979, the effects were not 100% there. Like, when you saw what happened with Ash, it was like, holy mac. And then how they kind of brought him in, his head back in so that he can talk again and stuff. It was like, whatever. And in the end...
Killing me, bro.
Like, you had 5 guys on the thing, and not one guy can stop this alien. They couldn't somehow figure out a way to stop it. And then she gets off the plane. She gets off the ship, and she's in the other ship, and it's just laying there in a corner. It's just like curdled up in the fetal position in a corner. I was like, what the hell is this? I don't know. It was okay.
That's a hot take, bro.
It was okay. Am I gonna say it's a total bomb? No, but I don't know. Maybe I have to rewatch it again.
I feel like you want to say that.
I kind of give it maybe a 7.
That's a high praise for you just talked about it.
Well, Sigourney Weaver's in it. That's the thing. There's good talent in the movie. A lot of good.
Bilbo.
Yeah, like come on. Even though that was so obvious what happened with him, but it's okay.
Now, I understand where John is coming from. I mean, after watching it again, yeah, it did. I don't want to say it had pacing issues, but it was a slow burn, and that's not for everybody, right? But this was a freaking hell of a good movie. I mean, this is my favorite one out of all of them. Even the second one, the third one. I enjoyed this one more just because of the fact that it's a suspense horror movie, because I'm glad also that I watched this at a later, as an adult rather than a kid, because I don't think I would have appreciated it as much as I do right now.
You didn't see it as a kid at all?
I don't remember seeing it as a kid at all now.
Wow.
You didn't see this in theaters?
Wow.
No, I didn't. So, but no, going back, I think it was a great story. It was so suspenseful. I mean, all the points that you brought up now. The crazy thing that after watching it again is that when it came out of that person's chest again, I can't help but freaking remember Spaceballs. You know, I think Spaceballs.
Hello, my dog.
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for the freaking. I was waiting for the alien to start singing and dancing, right? And dude, was it not the same actor? Also, it looked just. I think it was the same actor on Spaceballs
Could have been
that portrayed the original. Yeah, the original character.
Can I just say something quick?
No.
How dare you?
God.
This fucking. This is exactly like a child. How did the alien age so quickly?
That's an alien.
Well,
that's its biology, bro.
Alien movie?
Huh? I haven't seen any alien movie. This is the first time.
They only had 2 hours, bro. Would you, if it hatched and it was just a fetus for the whole 2 hours?
No, but it's like
you'd be
it was
even more mad.
It was a fetus. The next day, the thing's like fucking 10 feet tall. I don't know, guys.
Badfish says I missed why John got booted. Yeah, me too. I don't know why.
Nah, he asked me if I saw this in theaters when I was
sensitive.
And no, I didn't.
You want to go next, Danny? You can go before me if you want.
Actually, you go because I didn't watch the movie.
What
the?
I was a late
Why
edition.
Did we let him on, dude? I'm just kidding, Danny. I don't care.
That's why we announced the movie of the week at the end of every show.
I would have thought you saw it already, though, Danny.
Well, I have, but a long time ago.
Oh, what do you remember from it? Like, from what you remember? Did you like it?
I thought it was cool. I mean, I think the space station was what really got me, like how it looked as when I watched it the first time. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't watch
John
that much.
Was getting picked on a little bit.
I went to Aliens. Aliens plural is my movie. Like I've watched that.
The second one. That's the second one.
Yeah.
No, it's not. So we're not gonna say it aliens anymore. It's aliens plural. That's the new title of the movie.
Okay.
But now I kind of want to revisit it after hearing what you guys are just talking.
No, nobody's got nothing else to say. Mario, you're good.
Here we go. Eddie's loading it up.
Dude, go for it, Eddie.
No, go on. Let me finish up real quick. I mean,
yeah.
From that on, and then just the entire, just watching the whole crew getting wiped out, and just Ripley being by herself, trying to escape the ship, and the alien just xenomorph just hunting her down.
Yeah.
It was so suspenseful, dude. I freaking and that's the kind of horror movies that I like, where it's not easily gored and jump scares and stuff like that, but I want to have the suspense, I want my mind like that kind of tripping out a little bit, or just be on pins and needles as far as what's going to happen next. And that's where I can appreciate the slow burn. Y'all mentioned earlier about the Hot Toys. I had the Ripley so many times in my cart.
Wow.
To pick it up, and I never did. That's the one that
Ripley looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, the Ripley looks amazing. I really wish I would have picked her up.
Yeah.
But the xenomorph that the big chap that they released, it wasn't. It didn't. It was just it was a statue, but it wasn't really.
Yeah.
The pose wasn't great. It was just a straight up and down, and that's not how the xenomorphs are. Right?
Yeah.
So,
I kept waiting for him to do that in the movie. I was like, because there's that statue where he's like this,
where he's like cross-armed like that.
And I was like, does he do that in the movie? I kept waiting for that to happen. That didn't happen.
No, great flick. I gave it a good 8.5 out of 10.
Wow, look at all these high scores. All right, I didn't like it.
Oh,
I didn't.
You picked it,
dude. I know I didn't like it. I had never seen this as a kid. This is my first time watching it, and I agree with John. It was slow. It was so slow. I kept waiting for something to happen, and it feels like they show the damn spaceship every fucking 10 minutes, all the buttons and shit, and I'm like, dude, this doesn't even. Maybe for when the time it came out, it looked cool, but I was like, it doesn't look cool now. So stop showing me.
Well, dude, that was coming off the original Star Wars movie, dude.
I
mean, think about that.
I know, but it's not.
I thought it looked great for its time, dude.
It's not the
practical effects.
It's not the Millennium Falcon, though. The Millennium Falcon's awesome.
No, it doesn't have that character, but the ship was well lived in. I love how it was like.
From what I'm remembering,
you could tell when they're going down the hallways, they're doing the same thing that they did with the Millennium Falcon.
From what I'm remembering, I think the space station reminds me of the Ox Plays or Among Us.
Oh, that's a good point.
A little bit.
Yeah. So slow pacing. I thought the acting sucked. Other than Sigourney Weaver, I thought the actors did a horrible job. Like, not to mention, like, why are these fucking guys in space? How the hell did we pick Brett and fucking whatever the other dude's name is? The mechanics. Like, how the hell are these guys on this mission and these two guys made it on the list? These two dumbasses.
So
how the hell are
There's
they
going to be
in
a
space?
casualties, right?
It's a like space travel in this movie is not like space travel now, where like only the best and brightest get sent up there. Like in this universe, like it's just another job. Like it's the equivalent of like long haul trucking. Like anyone's doing it. It's money.
Okay. That makes
you're going
sense
out
then.
there and you're
That makes sense. I thought the chest burster scene was really cool. That was probably my favorite scene in the whole movie. So if that's the takeaway from it, then that was really cool. The part where Dean was talking about, where he scares Dallas in the chute or in the air duct or whatever, I thought it looked so stupid, dude. When he turns to the alien and the alien's like this. It literally looked like a guy in a suit that did that. I was like, that is dumb. It looked dumb, dude.
It wasn't a real alien, bro.
Yeah, I know it's not a real alien, but it shouldn't look like a dude in a suit jumping out like around the corner, like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, that's what I saw. I was like, "This is dumb."
Jazz
dude.
hands.
And then Sigourney Weaver, she's my takeaway from the show. Okay, from the movie. I love Sigourney Weaver. We get to the end with Sigourney Weaver, and it shows her ass. My dude Mark is thicker than Sigourney Weaver yesterday when we saw his ass. Fucking
wow.
I was like,
that's getting clipped. I thought I was watching a frying pan.
I was like, what is this? Pull up your pants. This is not hot. At least get her an ass double, dude. Fuck, Sigourney, man. Don't do me like this.
How dare you?
Dude,
she's not gonna do you at all. Fuck you.
I'm personally offended by Eddie. Right
Eddie, we had the same. We had the
so
same
many
vision
ways.
on this one. The same thoughts on this movie.
I understand that this is a well-loved movie. This is a classic for most people. I wanted to love it. I wanted to, and it hurts me to say that I hate it.
Man,
That's a
people
bummer,
hate
dude.
your take right now. This is coming from the guy that loves Titanic and Pacific Rim. Aaron says John Hurt, Ian Holm, Yaphet Koto, Harry Dean Stanton. Wow, Eddie plus Ridley Scott. Wow.
Actors? I don't know, man. You know, it reminded me a lot of. You could tell that Prometheus.
Oh yes.
Like, is it almost like filmed the same way? Like, you know what
Eddie,
I mean? Like
Prometheus is a prequel to this movie.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to ask you guys. Where do those fall in line?
Prometheus and Covenant are a prequel to Alien.
Well, I know they're Alien movies, but like, even the movie
prequel.
Prometheus itself feels like it was the same storyline almost.
It is the same story, a prequel.
Yeah, but if it's
Oh,
it's
so
not a remake, so why does it feel like
It's
it's
a
the
prequel.
exact same story?
It's not the same
It is-
story because in
Like, it
Prometheus,
felt even the same way. Like, he goes out, he gets
kind of like the Force Awakens to Star Wars.
They go back.
It's
back.
Yeah, it's a prequel. Like, it explains how the xenomorphs were created.
But am I
Someday.
the only one who's wrong, like, in thinking that it felt like the exact same movie almost?
it's the same layout where they go with the ship and then it
it's
takes
the exact
time and
same layout. And
Yes,
he even
it's a prequel.
they bring back the dude that's infected.
If you say it's a prequel
and they're
again,
like, we can't let him in.
It's a
We
prequel.
can't let him in.
fuck.
Like, he's infected. The exact same scene happened. I was like, dude, it's like almost the same movie.
Eddie, it's a prequel.
No, but okay. Yeah,
It's not a
everybody,
reboot.
everybody on three. One,
It's a
two,
prequel.
three.
It's a
It's a
prequel.
Eddie.
All right.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, guys. I also hate
Dean.
Predator too. Just so
Wow.
everyone knows.
Whoa.
I know people love that movie.
Let's
I
pick
hated
our
that
movie
too.
of the week right now. M4 The Hobbit Edit. You have to watch this. You have to download it on his website.
Wait, shouldn't you pick Alien plural?
No, we're not picking
No.
no more aliens.
How dare you?
Back to
Have
reality.
you guys seen Alan?
Wait, who's picking?
Me, motherfucker. M4 Hobbit Edit. We're doing a watch party Friday with the Patreonies. I'm so excited. That is
Yeah,
my movie of the
everybody
week.
listening to the show, make sure you go find this hard to find version of this movie to watch it along with us.
Or just
Wait,
watch
did
The
John?
Hobbit.
Yeah,
What
let's
was the
just
movie that
pick
John
The
picked last
Hobbit.
time?
I picked.
He picked The Return of the King.
Indian of the Cover. Oh yeah, Return of the King.
Wow,
Oh, I
look
picked
at
Return of
this.
the King.
Okay, JB, get the...
Okay, JB, you're not even allowed on this fucking
Wow.
YouTube anymore. Get out of here.
Wow.
He's a Patreon. Be quiet.
Dude, John, you made my heart flutter when you defended Lord of the Rings.
Same, bro.
That's my
You
job.
made my dick wiggle, bro.
Wow.
Wow.
I wouldn't go
That's
that
my
far.
job.
Anyways,
Way better than
I
Heart
put the
Flutter.
link. I put the link in the chat. If you guys
You want to talk
it.
about Eddie like that? That's fine. Not Lord of the Rings. No,
Wow.
I love
Give it to
Eddie.
Mark
My
Pearson, Sweet
God.
Angel. for the Ringcast host, Dan, check this out. He bought some clear Blu-ray cases, and we got some printing done. Look at the inside of this case. Beautiful, bro.
Beautiful.
Mark's
That Bilbo?
a one of a
Bilbo,
kind.
bro. What an angel.
Yeah, dude.
It's not Bilbo, it's Ash.
Hooking you guys up, dude.
Anyways, Dean, let's say thank you to the Patreonies.
Thank you to Sean Fear, Ian Seaby, Renee Mendez.
We'll be here till tomorrow. At this
Are you serious right now?
Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, Lemur Hernandez, King Louie, Mark Pearson, The Sweet Angel, Paul Schreiber, James Colley, he's in the chat. Shout out, James. Joao Bretta, Equan, Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, she's watching. Stephen Crett, Big Old Fern, King Zach, Cesar Mariquin, Mike Cruz, Lisa Martin Bavansky, Rick Dick Gregorio, Alvin Jules, The Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Bo LeBoy, Jimmy James, Mario Cortez, the handsome guy, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Stephen Maria Stanley, Jesse Contreras, Eddie Manzanares, Joe Chubby Corpus, and I'm guessing the last time on the list, because you guys are being mean, Mr. and Mrs. JB.
Yeah, you have to defend your honor, bro.
Well, Miss JB
Anyways.
can say it was Mr. JB that said it. We don't have to lose them both.
Look at that, Alvin J. Great show.
Wow,
Thanks,
thanks so much.
What a
Thanks for the support, brother.
Thanks, Alvin.
Love to see it. August Patreon benefits, the Crispy sticker and the Holy Mac sticker. Those are going to be sent out probably the next
Look at that
2
face.
weeks or so. We're also working on September already. We just ordered the Watto's Scrapyard Collecting Weekly magnets.
Yeah.
Don't have any photos of that yet.
I always
but
forget
stay
I have it on
tuned.
my phone.
As far as Patreon goes, Sweet Angel, $5 a month. You get stickers sent straight to your door. Access to Ox After Dark replay. There's like 78 episodes on there. In the backlog, the $15 Crispy tier is a certified Crispy certificate on your first pledge, assistance with figure fixes by myself, and all the benefits of the previous tier. And then the What a Guy tier, the 18x24 silhouette poster, doubles of all the stickers we send, and all the benefits of the previous tiers.
Hell yeah.
So definitely some great ways to show support for the network there. TeePublic. That's getting old real fast. TeePublic, they're doing a sale right now. Actually, I think it's like they're 30% off sale, so you can get
30% off.
Wow.
All right.
You can get all your favorite designs.
Better
from
than
the Empire.
busted ass Adidas.
Who the fuck threw that motherfucking busted ass goddamn Adidas?
What the?
Anyways,
I want to have a little fun, and Zach's like, no, but he plays the Adidas thing every
blaring.
5 seconds.
I didn't play that. That was not me that played that.
It's you all the time.
Yep,
Who the fuck threw this busted ass Adidas?
Wow. How do you know it was an Adidas?
Don't do that, John. Just look at the Empire Small Talk Collecting Weekly Live OFAC podcast, Live and Let Dice, in and outs of collecting weekly clips, collecting weekly live unboxing, After Dark, and Ox Plays. Badfish says that laugh is going to wake up my fiance. Wow. Love to see that. Here's a look at our new this week schedule. So Monday we had unboxing, Tuesday Collecting Weekly, tomorrow 10:30 After Dark, Thursday at 2:30 p.m. is OFAC, and then Friday we have an 8:30 p.m. pre-record of Ox Plays. I played the first tree. It's a interesting little game. It's about an hour, 45-minute stream, so stay tuned for that. These are some Ox Plays games that I put up on Sunday. So Journey was on Sunday, and then Friday is going to be the first tree. Dean and I are also going to work on a little bit of a live stream for Ox Plays coming soon. If you want to join us on Facebook, you can find us at Collecting Weekly Auxiliary. It's a great group. We fuck around off air, and all the hosts are there just messing around pretty much all day.
Can I just say that this has been the Ox logo for a while, and it's based off fucking Alien, and Eddie is talking shit.
Look, I love Ox.
I hate
Alien.
This needs an update.
Friends of the show, 6 Scale Scavengers. You make the graphic, John. 6 Scale Scavengers, Optical 20, JB Collection, KG Collector, PJ the Paradox Nerd, Rogue 16, Boogie Manny, Jean from Third Party Reviews, the DCX, 1/6 Scale Man, the Everyday Collector, and Will Foxification. Subscribe to their channels. Bunch of absolute angels. And that's it for the show. Do you guys have any shout outs you want to give?
I have a shout out to this wonderful panel here. We took a fucking show sheet of 5 things and turned it into an episode of 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah, no shit.
Can I show
Good job, guys.
Can I show you the show?
Zach.
I want to show you guys the show sheet. John is not lying. This shit was literally like barren.
4 things.
This
I'm
was
like,
the show
okay,
sheet.
this is
New
a 15-minute
pre-orders,
episode.
Anakin and Obi Wan, Iron Studios King Shark, and then we had 2 things in miscellaneous news. Look at this. This is barren, bro. That's all we had for today, and you know we did it. So,
pat on the back.
We are capable of great things. This panel.
Well,
shout out to the boys at Rogue 16. I've been rescheduled for tomorrow night, doing my top 10 pre-orders. Come check us out. I think
we got After Dark
7-ish
tomorrow
or so.
night.
we have
it'll
After
be,
Dark
it'll be before
tomorrow.
After Dark. It'll be before After Dark.
Oh, okay.
Better be.
Yeah, you better be
Are they
here.
trying to go up against the Empire again? Just kidding.
Dude, shout out, shout out Badfish. He's been in the chat.
Hell yeah.
He said this really nice comment. Thank you for the entertainment, especially during these times.
Yeah, man.
I've had a rough week, honestly. My anxiety's been like level 1 billion.
I can
so
tell.
Love these shows.
Jesus.
Okay, John, you're the one that's fucking Debbie Downer today, so don't come at me like that.
Yeah, because it's, you know how much mail I delivered today? Fuck.
Yeah, stick to that, dude.
I wonder how many
Anyways.
Baldos.
Shout out to Danny, like just stepping up. Stepping up.
Yeah,
for
shout
us
out to
today.
Danny. I told
Danny's-
Danny last minute, I was like,
When the
bro, we need you.
when the beacons of Gondor are lit, Rohan answers.
The Rohirrim.
Oh
Love to
my
see it.
god.
Michael
Love to see
Vanen.
it. Love to see it.
Shabbat.
Hey,
Ala
sweet
Margulis.
angel. Well, Shabbat.
Shalom Harris.
Anyways, I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Mario.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Jonathan.
I'm Danny.
And I'm trying to find the goddamn outro. The StreamYard changed the way the clips work, and now they're all disorganized.
I hate the way
Here we
that
go.
they did that.
All right, we'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.
Peace.
Adidas.